You didn't do it.
I don't need it yet.
You weren't popping one too?
Oh, I don't need it yet.
Oh. I thought all three of us were going to pop in unison.
Sipping on some,
You son of a bitch.
some Captain America water.
I thought you were, I thought we were going to have a three popper there, and everyone's going to be like, oh my God, there's three people on the show this week.
He almost said we were going to have a threesome there.
And that's not what I said. That's not what I said at all. Well, I didn't even stutter. Not even a little bit. It didn't even pop in my brain.
I felt it.
It didn't. You'd know if I felt it.
Is this the podcast?
Yes, this is the podcast now. Yes.
This is no more fuck around playground.
We got real weird with it.
Brett.
Oh, I'm here. Nobody knew that.
That's correct. No, this is not an episode of Wings on Wings.
Oh, I'm here.
This is an episode of We Need Wrestling. Welcome to We Need Wrestling. Michelle's here.
I knew it, but everybody else didn't know it.
Yeah. Michelle's here.
I'm here.
With the promised. I'm DJ. That's Brett.
I had a little wine.
Little.
It was not a lot.
Michelle, you should have a little more.
It's not a lot, but I'm going to be 42 soon, and so...
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. I feel like I'm old, so like just a little bit of alcohol.
42 was the old for you? That
Should
was
I get you
the
a
line?
Jackie Robinson jersey for your birthday? You were 42. I know how much you love Jackie Robinson and baseball and sports in general.
I'm a big baseball fan. Such a big fan.
Oh.
Jackie Robinson, the first guy to do something.
I mean, you're almost there.
Yeah,
He was the first African-American to play the Major Leagues.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
That's great.
There's a good movie called 42 about his life.
I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, it's very good.
So, Michelle's here
Hi.
because we're going to do it's our G1 special. It's a regular episode with the G1 special. I hope everybody fill out their brackets, email them to us, send us to the thing. We'll cover all that. But, that being said, we're gonna talk a little bit, and then we're gonna get to the bracket filling out. For those of you who didn't listen to the G1 special last year, Michelle fills the G1 out by hotness.
Yep.
So I have printouts of the two blocks, so that Michelle can look at the pictures, so we don't have to Google them and pass the phone around.
Your podcast has a lot more sound effects than I would have expected.
You have no idea.
You have no clue. Yeah. It's very drive time radio.
Yeah. Do you want to be here for the Ed Cody question, 2-parter of the week, the Timsy question? I don't know if we have questions. Do we have anybody else? We have other questions too.
I don't know.
So
Do I?
they get jingles. They all
So,
have
do
jingles.
you have any questions?
Yeah.
I probably just the same questions as always.
Why?
Why? Yeah. Why?
Where do you get off?
Who are these people?
How dare you?
Yes. First of all, how dare you?
Second of all,
Second
where
of
do
all,
you get off?
Third of all, what's up with that Artie Klein
the
guy?
G and the Climax together
Fucking
here?
Klein.
I don't know why the G and the Climax.
Yeah.
Filthy.
It's not.
This is a very horny tournament.
It's a very horny tournament.
The grade 1 Climax.
You're the one that invented making your picks by hotness. So
well,
we don't do that for ladies wrestling.
It's a horny tournament, DJ. I'm just matching the energy.
It's the horny tourney.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, I hate that.
You started it. You did it. You just created it.
I
So,
did.
Michelle,
I invented it and I shot it down.
You can't hate on your own kids.
Michelle,
That's like my whole personality is hating myself. Everything I come up with.
No, hating on your own kids, not yourself.
Michelle, if you win this
I don't even
tournament,
have
you're going
kids.
to win a wrestling prize pack.
Yeah, if you
Oh.
win, it's a fancy.
What's the prize pack?
We don't know yet,
know yet.
but we're gonna put something together real nice for somebody who wins.
Well, I want it. I'm not a really.
I want you to have it too, because then it's mine.
I'm not a really competitive person, but now I really want to win. I felt like I was close last year, and then
You did better last year than
You
a
did
lot of
real
people.
good,
yeah.
yeah.
Hotness is there is a maybe Gato also books on hotness.
I like that.
It is less people this year.
the beautiful people do tend to perform better in all of life.
Like the beautiful people like from TNA.
I don't know what that means. I know what Brett is doing.
Yeah. That was the beautiful people, right? It was what's
Angelina Love and Velvet Sky.
in Velvet Sky, yeah.
Okay.
All right. But before we get to that, Brett, how are you, pal? Get this out of the way.
Good.
We had a lot to talk about because we were in Ohio this week.
My sleep schedule is still not back.
Nice.
It's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
But it's only going to get fucked more later today.
That's right.
/ tonight.
Yes.
Because I'm going to go play NCAA.
And then the G1 starts on Saturday.
And then the G1 starts on Saturday. So I'm Feezucked. How are you?
I'm good. I readjusted essentially to my sleep schedule. My sleep schedule was always fucked anyway, so it was just like a 3-hour difference for me that day.
Yeah.
But we got lots to talk about. We got Ohio to talk about for AIW, which was a ton of fun.
I'm good too.
We got you already had. Are you okay? You want to go ahead, talk it out? Go ahead.
I'm just teasing.
All right. We got AEW. We got some Japanese stuff. We're taking a trip again this week, and lots of stuff. Michelle, you're good? For real? You're okay? You all right? Anything you want to talk about?
Nope.
No.
What do you want to talk about?
Ew. That's what Cody Rhodes says.
Ew. I don't want to talk about him.
Okay, that's good. All right. Yeah, you know what? Let's get right into the G1 thing so that Michelle doesn't have to stay here for much longer. Do you want to do news?
No, that's fine.
You could do news.
No,
if you want.
we'll go right to the
There's
G1.
a couple little news things. I think as we started to record this right now, Hulk Hogan's doing a public speaking event.
Sure, great. Wonderful,
brother dude.
It's a random public speaking event.
Yeah, let's just get to
Let's get to this so we can get Michelle out of here, because as much as she may publicly tell people she loves me, I know that she does not love wrestling.
I do love you, but I don't love wrestling.
Do you have any questions about the G1 Climax before I show you the hot bodies that are wrestling in it?
I don't remember what it is.
It's a round
This
robin tournament.
NJPW, I'm guessing, stands for New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
Correct.
This is a New Japan Pro Wrestling Grade 1 Climax.
Grade
Grade 1. Grade 1 Climax.
34.
34.
Predictions.
It's a round robin tournament. So last year when you did this, there were 4 blocks.
Yeah.
With like 8 people each.
This is going to be a lot easier.
So this is 2 blocks, 10 people each. The back has the quarterfinals and stuff. That'll be the tiebreaker.
I don't understand the blocks.
That's fine.
I'm sports stupid.
That's fine. So it's a round robin tournament. I'll explain
NFL.
this for everybody too. It's a round robin tournament. So everybody in the block wrestles everybody else in the block once. You get 2 points for a win, 0 points for a loss, 1 point for a draw. And then...
I'm sorry, wait, what?
This is like playing board games with you.
I'm sorry. Take this pencil away from me. I keep looking at it.
So... okay, so look. So there's 10 people in a block. Everybody wrestles everybody else once. You get 2 points for a win, and that's where you put an X, and you do it this way. So like right here, Shooter, Naito. If you think Shooter's going to win, he gets an X there.
Okay.
You get 0 points if the person's going to lose. You get 1 point if they draw. At the end, all the points get totaled up, and then the top 3 people this year are advancing.
Yes.
But and that's going to be the tiebreaker on the back. We're going basically on who's going, who those top 3 are, and based on like point totals and stuff.
Why are these people different from these people?
Because there's 2 blocks. There's an A block and a B block, and then the winners of those blocks face each other for the finals, and then the winner of that goes to Wrestle Kingdom for a title shot.
I'm normally very smart.
You're always very smart.
I need to throw that out here
All right.
because wrestling makes me very dumb.
Have a cannoli. Maybe that'll make
have
you
a
feel
cannoli.
good.
Have
Have a
some
cannoli.
sugar fuels the brain.
Yeah.
I read that somewhere once.
Oh. I mean,
They're delicious cannolis. Have one.
They're good.
I'm going to eat a bite of a cannoli.
Have one. There we
The
go.
whole cannoli.
I shouldn't. It's
Holy cannoli.
9:30 at night, though. I can't have the whole thing.
Yeah, but
then
this is going to take a little bit of time, so.
Strap in.
should I do an energy drink? Those words were energy drink.
I mean, you can.
You certainly could. All
You'll
right.
be bouncing off the walls.
So Brett and I have already filled out our G1s.
Yep.
So they're set in stone. No fix. Even though mine's in pencil, I'll ink it over as we roll.
I'm apparently going to do mine in pencil, too.
All right.
Like a baby.
Are you ready?
Pencils are for babies.
I should have put them in order that they are in the block, and I think I did actually. So we're good. All right.
Fucking commit.
Block.
That's why I use a
Okay.
pen. I don't like to be
All right.
wishy-washy about things.
All right. So I got the pictures here. I'm going to point to you. I tried to pick as attractive of photos as I possibly could. Brett, you can see the pictures.
Do you approve? Do you
I
approve
tried
these
to
into
go
the record?
as current as possible, unless I had to like show some gimmick for some people.
You should have had Sonata with the dick meat hanging out.
Well, that's true, but
That's okay.
Oh, there's a dick
well.
pic?
well, he's got a little bit of meat, but that's all right.
Pull it up. Get it on the phone.
All right.
Shell's got to judge
All
based
right.
on dick meat.
I gotta know what we're working with here.
I completely get it.
Let me see if I can find a Sonata dick meat picture. It's tough.
Who's this guy?
What guy?
This guy.
It's Gabe Kidd.
Gabe Kidd. He's a
I
madman.
I don't know what he's up to.
He's New Japan Strong champion.
I don't trust him.
He broke Eddie Kingston's leg.
Yeah. You like Eddie Kingston? Maybe.
Yes.
You have a cannoli in your mouth.
I can't find a good picture of Sonata's penis.
All right, that's all right.
It's just what it is.
I'll find it later.
All right. So let's get this started. First row, Tetsuya Naito.
He's the first one.
Do you want me to fill this out for you? So
I absolutely do.
All right.
Yeah.
It'll be so much easier.
Okay.
It'll be so much easier because I don't know where I'm putting the X's or the O's or whatever we're doing.
I will fill this out for you.
It's like a tic-tac-toe thing.
So we're starting with Tetsuya Naito, which is him.
Okay.
Right there. So and these do go in order of the bracket that I have out here.
I feel like I've seen him before.
You have.
Yeah, you have.
You've seen a lot of these people before. Some would even say you saw them last year.
True.
So we're going. So basically, this is Naito, and Naito has to wrestle everybody on here.
All right.
Okay.
I like him.
Naito.
He's very stylish.
Okay. That's why I put him in the suit
And he's
picture.
got
I knew
cool
what I was
hair.
going for. Naito versus Shota Shooter Umino, John Moxley's protege.
Okay.
Who's winning based on attractiveness?
Well, he's very pretty.
Yes, Shooter is very handsome. I agree. I think Shooter's more handsome if I was voting on hotness.
I gotta take off the glasses
You gotta
to
inspect
inspect.
this.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, he's very, yeah. It depends on what kind of person you're into.
Okay.
He's like a little bit more like of a...
There's like a 20-year age
like
difference.
prettier. Right. He's too young for me, and so
Okay.
I automatically gonna
Okay.
pick this other guy because
Alright.
this guy makes me uncomfortable to look
Okay.
at in a sexual way.
Uh-huh.
But he is pretty. I'm not gonna take that away from him just because I'm old.
Okay. So you're going Naito.
I'm going this guy.
Naito
He's
over
got cool hair.
Shooter. Brett?
I have a draw.
Ooh, I didn't put any draws in mine because I forget that you can do that all the
draw.
time. It's a good call right there.
I didn't know that you could do that.
Yeah, I told you get 1 point for a draw.
30-minute draw.
You did say that.
That would have
I
helped me with
remember
my
now.
math a little bit. I also picked Naito over Shooter.
Well, look at how good his hair is.
Right. Naito versus Sonata. This
I don't know
guy.
if you remember Sonata. He loves dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
He likes dogs. I like dogs.
He actually won the G1 last year? No. Sonata was champion at some point? I don't fucking
Naito won
remember.
the G1 last
Oh,
year.
Naito did win the G1 last year, yeah.
Oh, this is hard.
And then that semifinal where Ospreay knocked his
Yeah,
fucking
but
block
did he
off.
beat Sonata for the title then and then lost this title to Moxley?
At Wrestle Kingdom, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. But Sonata was champion around this time last year.
All right, I'm going to pick him.
Okay, you're picking Sonata to beat Naito.
I am, but I'm not thrilled about it.
Okay.
I picked Naito to win.
I picked Sonata. So Michelle and I are right there right now.
Simpatico.
Yeah. All right. Naito, Shingo Takagi.
All right, he's got some teeth issues, but that's okay. We don't
I think it's
judge.
a mouthpiece.
Yeah, he wears mouth guard.
Why does it look like it's black only in one spot? I'm gonna pick the guy with the good hair.
Okay, Naito over Shingo.
I
Yes,
also have Naito over
Naito.
Shingo.
I also have Naito over Shingo.
All right.
Naito Great Okan, the sexiest man on this entire page. That man loves porn stars.
It's true.
And once saved a little girl from being trafficked, but took her for ice cream till her parents got there.
Yep.
I love that.
Yes.
Oh, I love him now. Well, that makes me feel better about
He
the fact
also-
that I was going to pick him.
He also wears a mouthpiece. His teeth aren't actually sharp. He wears a mouthpiece that has sharp
All
teeth
right,
on it.
so I was going to pick him because
Okay.
he looks just a little scarier, and this guy is a little like, I don't know,
Not scary. Sleepy.
sleeker.
Sleekier.
Sleepier.
Okay, so you're picking the Great Okan.
I think so.
All right.
Is that this one?
Yes.
Yep.
I picked Naito.
You should have put their
I
names
picked
on
Naito.
here.
I will do that right now.
I won't know them anyway.
Naito.
They won't help me. If we're being totally
Shooter.
honest.
You got this, Michelle. Michelle, how, you
Sonata.
doing? How are things going? Yeah, okay.
Shingo.
It's been a fucking week.
Hear that.
Khan.
Last weekend was rough.
Yeah. We're here, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that matters. Keep showing up. Better keep showing up. God damn it. Why am
I feel
I'm
like
aggressively pointing at you?
I feel like you're my softball coach.
All right. Names.
All right.
All right.
I can't read
Naito.
what it says. All right.
Zack Sabre Jr.
How am I supposed to? What are these like hieroglyphs here?
It says ZSJ, but my page got stuck on the page under it, so the J came out wonky.
It's hieroglyphics.
ZSJ.
All right. Well, so he's a white dude.
He is a white dude.
He's British.
Oh, he's British.
He is.
He's not a natural blonde.
You don't say. That part I knew, and I should have known he was British because he's got a little British flag.
Yep.
And then I don't know what this. What does TMDK mean?
The Mighty Don't Kneel. It's his group.
I don't
It's
like
stable.
him.
Okay, they're punk rockers. He's the young punks.
I picked Naito.
Naito.
He's a real punk.
Brett.
I have ZSJ.
CSJ.
I'm gonna win that one.
I mean,
Mark my words.
Might.
Mark
Okay,
my
all right.
words.
Naito Evil.
I'm probably not gonna win it. Especially since I so confidently said, mark my words.
Naito Evil. Evil used to be in a relationship with Io Shirai.
Oh. Good for him.
For
Yes.
real.
Now I have
bag
to
fumbler.
take a little bit of closer look now.
Him and Aaron Solo, the biggest bag fumblers of all time.
Right? You know who never fumbled that bag? The Miz.
Never. We won.
He won.
the
Never
game.
fumbled the bag.
Game over. He won.
Ew. Don't say good things about. Was that a good thing?
Yeah.
Are you saying nice things about the Miz?
I'm saying good things about Miz's wife.
Yuck.
That's your
I
favorite.
hate her even more.
Yeah, but she's super hot.
I don't care. There's
I
a
do.
lot of hot women out there. You don't have to look at that one.
Damn.
I don't like her personality.
Because it should have been a personality.
I do.
Up until this moment, I wasn't even sure she had one.
She doesn't. That's the
Wow.
problem. I'm gonna pick Evil
Okay.
All right.
based on his eyeliner and his relationship with Io Shirai.
Okay. Evil wins. Brad, there's no way you're picking Evil to win. Me either. Naito all the way there.
Oh no! Why?
sure.
What don't I know?
Because I fucking hate
Yeah, Evil
but
fucking
that's
sucks.
okay.
Because he's
That's
a bad
okay.
guy.
That's right. That's not.
That's okay.
You're not supposed to
This
be
is-
picking
yeah.
on whether or not they suck.
Here's picking off of
Right.
hotness.
Hotness or otherwise.
Well, I
Naito, Gabe Kidd. White guy drinking booze right there in the picture.
yeah.
He's
There's
also British. He's a madman.
there's something about
He doesn't know
him-
wrestling's fake.
Yeah.
Well, he does a lot of steroids. There's something
Chicken
about
and rice,
him.
allegedly. Thank you.
Yes.
I'll never say that.
Allegedly.
The other part.
To the next
And?
logical step.
Oh. We can pick.
Naito.
Okay. Naito over Gabe Kidd. Brett?
I picked Gabe Kidd.
I too pick Gabe Kidd.
What's with you two and the Brits?
Naito, Jake Lee.
Naito.
Okay.
My apologies to Jake Lee for the speediness of that.
I picked Jake Lee.
I picked Naito.
All right.
And Naito versus young boy Callum Newman.
Look at these shorts. Those are that's a tight short right
Yeah.
there.
Tight bike.
I can't confirm whether or not he actually wears the shorts here
I
because
don't
I've
know
never
if he
seen him
does.
wrestle.
Yeah. I think he wears shorties
Yeah.
now.
I feel like this shape on his shorts is penis shaped.
But
Where
it's
his
a
penis
V,
would be?
so it stands for not penis.
Yeah. He wears black panties now.
Yeah.
What?
I'm not going to try to
He's a
decipher
young
what
boy.
he just said.
He's a young boy.
Right? It was a little.
He had to,
It was crazy, right?
he had to win a tournament to get into this tournament.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
His face looks like a little bit like from a distance
Like
here,
Shane from...
like Shane
Yeah, a little
Madej.
bit. He does
and
look
so
like Shane Madej.
I am going to go with him because
Wow,
I like
bold.
Shane Madej.
Bold predictions.
I went with Naito.
Yeah, me too.
So I have Naito having 11 points.
I have him at 12.
Hey, how come you're using a pen? You told me I had to use a pencil because math.
Yeah, but I'm keeping track. It's much different when doing it this way than the way I was doing it. So that's 10 points for Naito. 2, 4, 6,
How many
8.
does Michelle have? 10 points?
10 points for
I have
Naito.
11. Okay.
And I have 12.
All right.
So we're all right there.
Is that
The max
that
amount of points is 18.
Yeah.
okay?
You have him winning 5 matches. Splitting down the middle, daddy, is what you have right there. But we're moving on to Shooter.
Yep.
So Shooter Naito, you've already done with Naito
I was
going
gonna
over.
say, didn't I already guess all of that?
You did. So now You're going to go Shooter, Sonata.
Oh, Sonata.
Wow, that was quick.
I don't need more time.
Okay.
I have Shooter.
I have Shooter.
All right.
Yeah, I'm expecting big things out of Shooter this time. Finally, I think, right? I think New Japan has to. New Japan is in a place where they need to shit or get off the pot.
I was just literally going to say
with
that. Yeah.
at least 2 of these guys. The third one, he can go among himself. Start his own promotion in 6 years when he feels disgraced. But Shooter, Shingo.
Shooter.
Shooter.
I also went with Shooter.
All right. Shooter, Shingo. I went Shooter.
There we go.
So.
Oh,
right.
yeah, I feel good about that.
Shooter, Great Okan.
Okan.
Interesting.
I went with Shooter.
I also went Shooter. Shooter, Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack.
Don't try and change your guesses based on what Brett and I are doing. Go purely on attractiveness.
Yeah, who's
That's
hot?
the rule. You don't need to. You're not trying to follow us.
Yeah,
We could be
who's hot?
completely
I
wrong.
know, but it's hard because I've already said this man is too young for me to look at in that way, and so I can't just say he's going to lose because he's young.
Okay.
I understand
Because
that.
I'm old.
All right. So Shooter ZSJ.
This guy.
You're picking ZSJ.
This,
All right.
the blonde British
Okay.
I
guy.
also went ZSJ.
I also went ZSJ.
All right. Shooter Evil.
Oh wait, hold on. No, I went Shooter. Sorry, I went Shooter.
Okay.
My bad.
Shooter.
I misread my own numbers here. I went Shooter over Zack Sabre Jr.
Shooter Evil.
Shooter Evil.
Evil.
Okay. I went with Shooter.
Shooter Evil. I went Shooter.
Okay.
Shooter Gabe Kidd.
Shooter.
I also went Shooter.
I also went Shooter. Shooter Jake Lee.
Lee.
Ooh.
I also went Jake Lee.
I also went Jake Lee.
Look at
Actually, look at that.
fucking sinking together.
Right?
I like it.
Shooter Callum Newman.
That's this guy.
Yes.
What'd you call him?
Callum Newman.
His first name is Callum. Callum.
Callum. I don't know that I've ever heard that name for anybody, but I feel like I did. There's an author named Colum.
Nope.
Colum McCann. Shooter.
I went Shooter.
I also went Shooter. And things not looking bright for Callum Newman in this G1
So
tournament.
I have Shooter ending with 13 points.
I have him ending with 14 points. And
I
Michelle,
have him ending with
6 points.
6 points.
Oh, Shooter.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's...
You said, based on honest, you felt uncomfortable having him get more wins.
I do.
It's true.
You have him
Alright.
beating Shingo, Kid, and Callum Newman, and that's it.
It's like hotness / gut feeling.
Okay.
respect
Sonata.
Sonata Shingo.
I like this guy. I don't know
Okay.
why.
Sonata Shingo. So you're going Sonata.
Yes.
I have
Alright.
Shingo.
You know who also likes Sonata a lot? Ed Cody.
He sure does.
Sonata
I don't know Ed
Shingo.
Cody.
I have Shingo.
Yep.
Sonata, Great Okan.
Sonata.
All right.
I have Sonata.
I have Sonata as well. Sonata, Zack Sabre Jr.
Sonata.
Ooh,
Zack Sabre Jr.
what a run. I have Sonata, Zack Sabre Jr., yes.
Sonata Evil.
Sonata Evil.
Oh. Why'd you just do a whole bunch of O's?
Because I missed them before. Relax.
Why are all the O's?
Because he's winning all the way over here, so the person who he's facing down here is losing. Don't worry about it. I'm not
understand.
ripping you off. So you have Sonata
It's
undefeated
too many
so far.
O's.
Too many O's. Sonata Evil.
Sonata Evil.
Sonata.
I have Evil.
I have Evil.
I feel like we've been opposite so far on that.
Sonata
boys.
Gabe Kidd.
Gabe Kid.
Okay.
His name is Gabe.
Gabe. Yep. I have Gabe Kid as well.
Terrible name.
I have Gabe Kidd also.
It reminds me of Gabe from The Office.
Or
Wow.
Gabe Sapolsky.
Ooh.
Hi, Ed.
Or Gabriel
Iglesias.
Sonata
Just in
Jake
case
Lee.
there's anybody out there listening named Gabe, too. That is not actually a terrible name. I just hate Gabe on The Office.
Sonata, we get it. You hate the Gabes.
Oh, Jesus.
Sonata Jake
I
Lee.
love the Gabes.
I, for one, have always supported the games.
Yes.
Sonata Jake Lee. That's that guy.
I know.
Whose name you said earlier did not sound Japanese.
Yes.
I see now that may not be true.
Well, yeah.
Is he Japanese?
Yes.
It sounds okay.
Yes,
Because
he's definitely Japanese.
I would have guessed that it's more of a I thought Lee was more of a Chinese last name,
It's all over.
but I don't know.
I don't know either.
What do I know about Asia? The answer is almost nothing.
Right. But what you do know is who's going to win this match.
I went
Sonata
to
or Jake
American schools. Not great. Sonata.
Lee. Jeez.
I went.
Sonata on a fucking run.
I went Jake
I like
Lee.
him.
I too went. No, yeah, I went Sonata. Sorry.
I
Sonata.
probably should have gone with.
Yeah.
Hey, you're following your gut.
Because I don't
and
like
how
this
badly
guy.
you'd like to kiss them.
That's where we're at right there.
Sonata
Sonata
Calhoun.
Newman.
Sonata.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
I went
that's
Sonata as well. So I have
I also went
I
Sonata.
have Sonata ending with 6 points.
I have Sonata ending with 8 points.
Michelle has him ending with 18 points.
I think 16.
16 points. He only loses to Gabe Kidd.
Yep.
Charlie,
Ew,
listen,
that's what I picked.
I'm not going to tell you how things work out. I don't know for sure. None of us can know for sure. That's not happening.
We'll see.
Good luck.
This guy's a superstar.
And he
We
loves
like him.
puppies.
Right, he
Look at-
loves
look at-
puppies.
look at-
That's
look
one
at
of
these
Ed Cody's
schmucks.
favorite wrestlers.
Look at
so
some of these schmucks.
That's true.
Look at this guy.
Speaking of this guy,
His penis shorts.
Shingo Takagi versus the Great Okan.
Shingo.
I also have Shingo.
Shingo. I also have Shingo. Shingo ZSJ.
British guy.
Yep, I also have British guy.
All right.
I wanted to say British Bulldog.
Hey, you know
He's the
British
only
Bulldog.
he's the
David
only
Boy Smith.
wrestler I ever remember because he looks like
I also.
Dick Van Patten.
I also have Zack Sabre Jr.
Shingo Evil.
Shingo Evil.
Evil.
I went with Shingo.
Shingo Evil. I went Evil.
All right.
I figured Evil's gonna get a couple like fuck finishes in this thing. So
What's that mean?
it means he's a cheater and he's gonna cheat his way to win. Shingo Gabriel Kidd.
Shingo.
Shingo.
I went Gabe Kidd.
Shingo. I went Shingo.
I don't think I cared very much for Gabe Kidd last year either.
I don't think he did.
No. And you know what? Last year you were right. This year, Gabe Kidd's got a good chance here. But
Shingo Jake Lee.
Shingo Jake Lee.
Jake Lee.
All right. I went Shingo.
Shingo. Yeah, I went Shingo.
And then Shingo Callum Newman.
Shingo.
Shingo.
I also went Shingo, and I have Shingo ending with 8 points.
I have Shingo ending with 10. Michelle has Shingo ending with another 6-spotter. Right there.
All right.
Great Okan.
Versus Zack Sabre.
Zack
Jr.
Sabre Jr.
Okan.
All right. Michelle on the old Khan train.
I went ZSJ.
I, too, went ZSJ.
Okay, Okan Evil.
Okan.
I also went Okan.
Okan Evil. I went Evil.
Oh, all right.
We knew that about you.
It's true. Okan Kid. Do you need more of that?
Yeah, need more
I'm
hints?
excited about the Evil Kid match.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Okan Gabe Kidd.
Great Okan Gabe Kid.
What is he drinking in this picture?
Booze, probably, of some
Sort
kind.
of booze.
Out of a decanter of some sort.
This is really hard.
It could be a draw. Remember,
Yeah, you
you
can
can
do a
only
draw.
If you think equal hotness could be a draw.
Yep.
Him and him?
Yep.
Kid.
Gabe Kidd, okay.
I went Great O'Con.
O'Con. I went Kidd.
All right.
Well, me too.
Jake Lee.
He just looks like he works in marketing. That's how he that's how this
true.
Lee.
Yeah, I agree. Jake Lee does look like he's on the other end of customer service.
Or he
phone
looks
calls.
like he's gonna he looks like he's gonna show up if you're having
you should see him
a
now,
computer
where
problem. Like
he
my
has-
printer won't connect.
he
Don't worry,
works
we'll
IT.
send Jake.
He has a
Lee
more
down.
prominent mustache and wears a top hat sometimes.
Or like he totally looks like he would have a conversation with me about like SEO. He would be like, "Oh, we've got to talk about search engine optimization."
With that said,
well, now I have to pick this kid guy.
we're beyond that.
yeah, we're on Great O'Con.
We're on
Jake.
Great
Oh
O'Con,
shit!
Jake Lee.
Yeah.
Where?
Great O'Con, Jake Lee.
I can't pick a guy who's not even in the fight.
No, who actually just picked? Yeah. I mean, to be
O'Con.
fair, you did pick Gabe Kidd to beat him,
Oh, there you
but
go.
that was last time. What do you say? You're saying O'Con?
O'Con.
Okay, me too.
I said Jake Lee.
I said O'Con.
And then O'Con, Callum Newman.
O'Con, Callum Newman. There to there.
O'Con.
O'Con. I also said O'Con.
I said Callum Newman.
Okay.
So I have Great O'Con finishing with 4 points.
Michelle has Great O'Con finishing with 12.
What? I do?
And I have Great O'Con
Well,
finishing with 4 points.
He's a big guy.
Great O'Con's
He's
awesome.
great.
He looks really tough.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't understand wrestling.
Okay. Now we're on bottom row only. You don't have to worry about the top row guys at all anymore.
I'm just gonna fold them away then,
Okay.
so that I don't pull.
Don't get distracted by any of their
pull
hotness.
last time.
Because you've already made all those picks, so you're good to go.
I accidentally
you
folded.
did fold Jake Lee's head
some of their
away, but that's
heads.
fine.
It's all right.
But,
Zack Sabre Jr.
you know,
Evil.
the top of the head, not a super attractive. I'm not. I like when you have one, but not super important to
Okay.
your.
All right. Okay. Good to know, I guess.
Michelle, into the having
Yeah.
a head.
Right. If I ever get
Like
transported
I
into
do.
into a 1970s Western, I'll know that my wife will still love me after I run across a roving band of Indians.
Yes.
I don't understand what.
He's
any-
gonna get
I'd
scalped.
get scalped. They did that in movies.
Yeah.
Sounds racist.
You know, all the movies where they tried to make it seem like the cowboys in the West were the good guys.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Spoiler alert: they weren't.
Zack Sabre Jr. Evil.
Evil.
I went evil.
Wow. What a pick right
He's
there.
got a very low cut top in this.
Hold on.
He's hiding the
Showing some
goods.
cleavage.
Yeah.
I went Zack Sabre Jr. Michelle went evil though.
I don't know why
Impressive.
I can't enunciate.
Zack Sabre Jr. Gabe Kidd.
The Battle of the Brits.
Oh, I like when you put it that way. It's more interesting now.
Yeah, see, add a little context.
In Japan,
In Japan,
Yes.
for whatever reason. Well, I mean, aren't the Brits going and taking over? This guy, Zack
Sabre Jr.
Yes, Sabre Jr.
Yep, that's who I have as well.
Zack Sabre Jr. Me too. Correct. Are you writing Zack Sabre Jr.?
I am, because I keep forgetting his name.
Okay.
All right. ZSJ versus Jake Lee.
Jake Lee. Yes.
Jake Lee.
I have ZSJ.
I have ZSJ.
And then ZSJ.
I like IT
Callum
though.
Newman. You're into IT. I understand.
I'm into IT.
Yeah.
If Zack Sabre Jr. was to help you out in the office, what would he be helping you do?
Take out the trash.
Wow. All right.
Zack Sabre Jr., Callum Newman.
Zack Sabre Jr.
All right. Me too.
I have Callum Newman.
Really?
What? This guy with the
Wow.
weird greasy hair?
Yep.
And the penis shorts?
I do
It
have.
looks like Shea Madej.
I do have Zach ending with 14 points.
I have Zach ending with 16, only losing once. Michelle has him at 8.
8
So
points.
as it sits right now, Zack Sabre Jr. eliminated from the finals of any sort.
All right.
So
I'm comfortable with that.
All right.
Go back to Britain. Loser.
evil. I'm going to tell him he said that. Evil versus Gabe Kidd.
Evil.
Yeah?
All right. I have Gabe Kidd.
I love this fucking Gabe Kidd guy. His name is Gabe Kidd.
Yeah, I have
that
Gabe.
does not like. I'm sorry, that does not instill fear into my heart.
What's his nickname? Does he have one?
He's a madman.
The man. That's dumb. I have Gabe.
I think that's a stupid nickname.
Okay.
Evil against Jake Lee.
All he's doing here is just hydrating,
It's true.
as far as I can tell.
Evil Jake Lee.
Jake Lee.
I have Evil.
Evil. I have Evil.
All right. Evil versus Callum Newman.
Newman.
Newman. I have Evil, and I have Evil ending at 8 points.
Ooh, I have Callum Newman winning. Up top. I have Evil ending with 8 points. Michelle has Evil ending with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points.
All right.
Don't laugh when you say that. Don't laugh.
All right.
When you math.
Home stretch here.
Don't laugh when you math.
Gabe
Kidd.
Joe lies when he cries.
Oh, Jesus. Gabe Kidd,
Jake Lee.
I guess I have to pick this kid guy.
No, you don't. You pick whoever you want.
I'll pick Kid.
Kid?
Okay.
Gabe Kidd.
I picked Jake Lee.
Kid.
Damn it.
I also picked Jake Lee.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
You should have picked that.
I fucking hate this guy.
Stick to
I
your
don't know
guns.
why.
Stick to your guns,
Well,
then.
I gotta mix it up sometimes.
Okay.
You laugh when I have too many points on one guy.
Gabe Kidd, Callum Newman.
Oh, God, can they both lose?
They could do a draw.
Yeah, I want to do that.
There you go. There's your draw.
There's your draw. All right.
All right. I have Gabe Kidd losing to Callum Newman.
Really?
And I have Gabe Kidd ending with 8 points.
I have Gabe Kidd beating Callum Newman, ending with 10 points.
All right.
Michelle has Gabe Kidd 2, 4, 6, 7 points. 7 points for Gabe Kidd.
And then last, Jake Lee versus Callum Newman.
Yep.
Jake Lee.
I also have Jake Lee, and I have Jake Lee ending with 12.
I also have Jake Lee. My Jake Lee ends with 6 because I do not trust New Japan to let any outsider do well in the G1, at least not in the A block. And Callum Newman ends with 2 points for me.
I have Newman ending with 6.
Okay, wow, that's a good showing for Newman.
So my
there.
3 moving on.
Hold on, I gotta do Michelle's.
Okay.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points she has for Jake Lee.
I'm comfortable with that.
And 2, 4, 5 points.
He just wants to help
for
you.
Callum Newman.
Well, it just wants to.
He just wants to help teach you about the Google algorithm.
So,
that's all.
Michelle has winning Sonata with 16.
I'm comfortable with that.
Okan in second place with 12.
I'm less comfortable.
And then
with
she
that.
has a 3-way tie for 10 points. And I don't know how to figure that the fuck
I
out.
don't know either. I don't know how that's.
Let's
Rock,
see.
paper, scissors.
Naito.
I mean, it's what I would.
Naito Evil. Evil beats Naito. Evil Lee. She has Evil losing to Lee. Lee loses to Naito. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work.
I'd have no idea how to figure that one out. But that's all right.
So my block winner is ZSJ, and then my 2 moving on are Shooter Umino and Jake Lee.
Okay.
Who's Shooter Umino? Oh, that's this guy.
Yep, the one who said it's too young for you.
I want. Can I? So if you don't know how to do it, can I pick?
Yep.
I want Naito to move on.
You want Naito to move on? Okay. That's exactly what I was going to ask you to do. All right.
All right, B block.
B block time.
Want to write their names down for them?
Look at this picture of Goto I picked.
Handsome
Right?
as fuck. But
Is the G and G1? There's not enough. There's not as much space here, so I'm gonna have to write them on top here.
It's fine. I'll find it.
There is another
Could find them on top.
3-letter name. Let's see.
I'm so intimidated by this. I don't know what you're doing with all those X's and O's.
That's fine.
Makes me nervous.
You don't need to know. I'm taking.
I feel really
care of you.
intimidated, and I feel really stupid.
No, don't feel stupid at all.
And I feel like last year you were like, "Oh, it's just like March Madness," and I was like, "Yeah, that's
It's not.
help."
That's not at all.
It's not at all. We didn't say that. No, we wouldn't have said that to you.
What'd you say? You said it was like something.
I don't know.
Yeah, don't know.
Maybe you said
don't
that
remember.
brackets or something.
All right.
It's a bracket, yes.
Or like March Madness.
Okay.
All right. Same
B
formula.
block.
Here we
Same
go.
deal.
What's this guy's dude?
What's this guy's dude? That's David Finley. I wish I could answer that question, but I can't.
All right,
He's
so
weird.
All right.
Hiroki Goto
The man that the
Right.
G and G1 stands for.
versus ELP, which stands for El Phantasmo.
He's doing little heart hands here.
Yep, and he's got a shiny vest.
Godo.
I also have Godo.
Yeah, I have Godo.
All right. Godo Jeff Cobb.
Based on hotness, don't forget.
Well, it doesn't have to be based.
Well, it can be whatever you want.
It's gut instinct.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Sometimes it's hotness.
Okay, I like it.
If anybody's hot.
All right. You saying Godo's not hot?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How dare you?
You know, I have a particular type.
Yeah, and somehow it's me.
It's true.
Unfortunate for you.
It's not unfortunate. Shut up.
Godo Jeff Cobb.
Godo.
I have Jeff Cobb.
I too have Jeff Cobb.
All right.
Godo
Versus Yota Tsuji.
Yota Tsuji. That's this guy with the big smile.
And Michelle just yawned.
She's
She's running out of steam.
Running out of steam.
It's 10 o'clock.
I know, running out of steam.
Late.
Been doing this for 40 minutes so far.
This guy.
Tsuji.
Suji.
Okay.
I
Tsuji.
also have Suji winning.
I have Tsuji winning.
I don't know how to say.
Huge Suge. That's what you can say.
A lot of Asian names. I feel bad about it.
Godo
should be better at it.
Finley.
David Finlay.
He's weird. I don't like him. He looks like he's going to try to escape out of a glass coffin. I'm gonna pick Godo.
Okay.
I have David Finlay.
I have Godo.
All right. Godo versus Hanare.
And yes, that is a tattoo around his mouth because he is
I kind of remember him
New Zealand
from last year.
Aboriginal.
Oh no.
That wasn't thought. That was another yawn.
I'm tired. Hanare.
I went Godo.
I went Godo.
All right. Godo versus Ren Narita.
He's got a small face. Godo.
Okay.
I went Ren Narita.
I went Godo.
All right. Godo versus Yuya Yamura.
Yuya Yamura. Yuya.
I went Godo.
I went Godo.
Godo versus Konosuke Takeshita.
AEWs and DDTs. Konosuke Takeshita. Now remember, he danced with Brett, Ed, and I.
Yeah, we did a team no
Well,
respect.
I'm going to pick Takeshita then.
I also went Takeshita.
I also went Takeshita.
And then Godo Oleg Bolton, who also had to win a tournament to get into the tournament.
Where is he from? Godo.
I went Oleg Bolton.
I went Godo.
So I have Godo ending with 6 points.
I have Godo ending with 12 because the G1 is his namesake. Michelle has Godo ending with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
All right.
10 points for the goats.
All right. ELP versus Jeff Cobb.
Yep. ELP. Jeff Cobb.
Oh, this guy.
Yep.
Jeff Cobb.
I also have Jeff Cobb.
Okay. ELP. I have ELP beating Jeff Cobb, which seems delusional on my part, but I'm going with it.
All right. ELP versus Tsuji.
What are you doing?
I'm looking up a picture of this guy other than this one because this
Which
one
guy?
Jeff
ELP.
Oh. You're
he
trying to
looks
see
like-
his bod?
No, he just looks like an idiot here, so I have to see a non-idiot picture. Oh,
I picked that picture because I thought you'd like his light up vest and sunglasses.
I don't. I feel like he just looks like he's going to the mall in 1998. All right. I feel like I know. I feel like I understand him better now.
Okay.
Who am I picking between?
ELP and
Huge suit.
Tsuji.
Tsuji.
I also went Tsuji.
I went Tsuji.
All right.
ELP.
ELP David Finlay.
ELP.
I went with a draw.
Ooh. Who are you unlocking the draws? I'm upset that I didn't do that. I went Finley.
All right. ELP Hanare.
All right.
Hanare.
I also went Hanare.
I also went Hanare.
Perfect. ELP Ren Narita.
Ren Narita.
Narita.
I also went Narita.
ELP. I also went Ren Narita.
All right. ELP Yuya Yamura.
ELP.
Just fun to say. I went ELP.
Yuya Yamura.
Yep.
I went ELP. You went ELP?
ELP.
Yep.
I went ELP as well.
All right. ELP Takeshita.
Takeshita.
Same. And
we're all lining up on ELP.
ELP Oleg Bolton.
Oleg.
I went ELP, and I have ELP ending with 5 points.
Michelle has ELP ending with 6, and I have ELP ending with 6.
All right, we're all pretty spot on there then.
Deserves better, but he's never going to get it.
Yeah. Never going to get it.
Never going to get it. Never going to get it. What you find? Never going to get it. Never going to get it. Woo, 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 woo.
Jesus. All right. Jeff Cobb, Yoda Tsuji. Michelle's checking the time on her phone.
Oh, yeah. We're going at her pace, so
Jeff
she
Cobb.
can't be... All right, Jeff Cobb.
I have Tsuji.
Cobb, Tsuji. I have Tsuji.
All right, Cobb Finlay.
This is so hard.
It is, right?
Finlay.
I also went Finlay.
All right, Cobb Hinare.
What? Why is he wearing this, like, low-cut blouse?
Because he's an idiot.
This is an odd picture. Are you going to... You should take pictures of these and post them on your social media. Okay. The pictures that you chose.
Okay.
It's true.
What was the question?
Cobb and Hinare.
That is not what I was about to answer, so I'm glad that I clarified that. Cobb.
I went Hinare.
I went Cobb.
All right, Cobb Narita.
Narita.
I went Narita.
I went Cobb.
Cobb Yamura.
Oh, wait, did you go... You went Narita? For that one?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, my bad.
Yamura.
I went Cobb.
Cobb Yamura. I went Cobb.
All right. We have Cobb Takeshita.
Takeshita.
Same. And then Cobb Oleg.
Cobb.
I went Oleg.
I went Cobb.
I have Cobb ending with 6 points.
I have Cobb ending 2, 4, 6, 8 with 10. Michelle has Cobb with 2, 4, 6, 8.
Does Oleg Bolton have like a very, is that what you said his name is? Mm-hmm. Does he have like some sort of like...
Gimmick?
Yeah, like is it like a... No, he's not doing like a Soviet bloc thing.
No, he's young.
He had to
win a tournament to get in here too, so he's a young man. He was masked Bolton, one time tag partner of a masked horse, but
this is true.
That's it.
'Tis true. All right, we're moving on.
Huge Suge.
Yoda Tsuji,
yep.
Finlay.
Tsuji.
I went with Finlay.
I went Tsuji.
All right, Tsuji Hinare. Oh no,
she's fading, folks.
Oh my god, I gotta stop yawning.
Do I have some energy drink?
Maybe I should have.
Here, let's crack it open for you. Here you go.
It's not gonna help. She's just gonna make a weird face.
Have at it. It's cherry limeade.
I'll try some of it.
Before you do, pick Tsuji Hinare.
Tsuji.
I went Hinare.
I went Tsuji.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
One sip ain't gonna do anything for you.
All right.
Tsuji Red Narita.
Yes.
Tsuji.
I went Tsuji.
I went Tsuji. Tsuji Yuya Yamura.
Yamura.
I went with a draw.
Oh, interesting. I went Tsuji.
All right. Tsuji Takeshita.
Tsuji.
I went Takeshita.
I went Tsuji.
And Tsuji Bolton, or Oleg, whatever the fuck you want to call him.
Tsuji.
I went Tsuji as well. Tsuji ending with 11 points.
I have Tsuji going undefeated in the G1.
Holy
I picked him.
shit.
18 points. Shit or get off the pot.
I guess.
Dominate with the storyline being he's going to win to fight Naito. Like, that's his goal.
I guess.
To finally overcome and become the true leader of LIJ. Michelle has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
That's what I thought, too.
14
that's
points.
where your line of thinking.
He is currently leading your bracket.
He's going to do the thing DJ said.
The thing with the shit.
14 points. He is currently leading your bracket. David Finley time. This is going to be fun because she hates him as much as I do for real.
Finley, Hanare.
Hanare.
I went with Hanare. All right. Finley, Narita.
Finley.
I also went Finley.
Finley,
because
Yamura.
poor Narita has a very small face. That's why.
Finley, Yamura.
I
went Finley.
I went...
No.
Wait, hold on.
I don't want him to win anymore.
So I said Hanare beats Finley. Finley beats Narita. Okay, Yamura beats Finley.
Okay.
All right.
I have Finley.
Finley,
Takeshita.
Same.
I picked Finley for this one.
And then...
Stop. Why?
Finley, Oleg.
I
have Finley.
I have Finley as well.
And I have Finley ending with 11 points.
I have Finley ending with 12.
I have him ending with 2.
You have him ending with 8.
All right.
8. That's a lot of points.
It is a lot of points.
All right. Halfway through here.
Halfway through. You can fold your paper.
Yep. So we have Hanare, Narita.
Hanare.
I have Narita. All right. Hanare, Yamura.
Hanare.
I went Hanare.
I went Hanare as well.
And then we have Hanare,
Takeshita.
I also have Takeshita. And Hanare, Oleg.
Hanare.
I went Hanare as well.
I went Oleg. So I have Hanare ending with 10 points.
I have Hanare ending with 8. And Michelle has Hanare ending with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 points.
All right, next up, Ren, Narita. And we have Narita, Yamura.
Yamura.
I have Narita.
Oh, I have Yamura.
All right, and then...
He's got a lot going on here in this picture.
He sure does. He's showing off
It's a good picture of him.
There's
showing some meat.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
There's some bulge here. There's some hair blowing in the wind.
I don't think he has that hair anymore. But
No, it got shaved off.
Yeah.
It's probably
really?
grown back by now.
yeah.
Now I want to see a now picture.
Ren, Narita, Takeshita.
Takeshita.
Same.
I have Narita.
What?
Snake in one.
Wow. And then we have Narita, Oleg.
Narita.
I have Oleg, and
I have Oleg.
I have Narita ending with 10 points.
I have Narita ending with 6. Michelle has him ending with 2, 4, 6, 8 points.
Is that him? That's not him.
Yeah, that's him much younger.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's also him?
Yes.
Last but not least here, Takeshita.
Yamura.
My fault.
Creamore.
Well, I like Yamura a lot now that I've
okay.
looked up a different picture.
Well, Yamura, Takeshita.
Yamura.
Ooh,
I have Yamura as well.
Wow, I have Takeshita.
And then Yamura, Oleg.
Oleg.
Ooh.
I have Yamura, I have Yamura ending with 7 points.
I have Yamura with 4 points. Michelle has Yamura with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 points.
Big Yamura fan.
And
would be very proud.
A big Yamura
I like
fan.
I like his hair.
I like
and then the last match
Takeshita, Oleg.
Takeshita versus Oleg.
Takeshita.
I also have Takeshita, and I have Takeshita ending with 16 points.
I have Oleg sneaking that one out. I have Takeshita ending with 10, and Michelle has Takeshita ending with 2, 4, 6, 8, also 10. And I have Oleg with 4.
I have Oleg with 8.
Michelle has Oleg with 2.
So my top 3, Takeshita wins the block, and then in a tie...
You really think they're going to let somebody in AEW win the block?
He's Japanese.
Okay.
I have Tsuji and Finley moving on.
Okay. I have Tsuji winning the block, undefeated. And I have Goto and Finley moving on. Michelle has Tsuji winning the block with 14. And then a tie between Hanare and Yamura at 12. With Hanare beating Yamura. So that puts Hanare in second place. Right. So we're going Tsuji, Hanare, and Yamura. All right. Now, Shelly, the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals are only for tie-breaking purposes. I don't think we're going to need it because there's so many wild options, but also for bragging rights. Yeah. So, Sonata gets the bye in your A block because he won it out overall.
Because he's hot.
Zack Sabre Jr. has my bye overall.
Same for me.
Then you have Great Khan or Naito in the quarterfinals.
I've got to go to the A block.
I need those. I need them.
There you go.
Naito.
Naito, Great Khan. You're going Naito. Okay.
All right. So I have Zach as my block winner. And then for my 2-3, it's Jake Lee versus Shooter.
Okay.
And I have Shooter moving on.
Wait, we're talking semifinals here?
The quarterfinals.
Okay. So I have Shooter Naito with Shooter moving on to face Zack Sabre Jr. in the semifinals.
All right.
And Michelle has Sonata versus Naito, which could be an interesting story for the semifinals. Mm-hmm. Do you want to do the B block now?
Yep.
Okay. Michelle, Hanare, or Yamura? You have Tsuji with the bye.
Yamura.
Okay.
All right. I have Takeshita winning the block.
Okay.
And then I have Suji versus Finley, which I have Suji beating Finley.
Okay.
To set up the semifinals.
I have Tsuji getting the bye with Goto versus Finley, with Finley winning to go against Tsuji in the semifinals.
All right.
Semifinal round, Michelle. A block. Sonata versus Naito. Sonata, Naito.
I gotta look up a different picture of Sonata.
Okay, well, you do that.
Because
I have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Shooter, which is a rematch from earlier where Shooter beats Zack Sabre Jr., but I'm going Zack Sabre Jr. winning.
I have Zack winning as well.
Making it to the finals.
To the finals, yep.
Michelle is looking up a picture of just Sonata. He used to have the big blonde hair with the big blonde beard you used to hate.
I do hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick Naito because I think his mullet is cool.
And Naito is current New Japan champion, so that is Naito defending
New Japan
his
champion, huh?
I just pulled the Timsy, didn't I? Yeah. Well, if I said it, it's
what is it?
It's the IWGP champion. If I had said that, Michelle wouldn't understand what that meant. So
that was a lot. Wait. What were the letters?
Do you see the confusion I avoided now?
International Wrestling Grand Prix.
Yeah. I avoided confusion. That's why I did it.
You could write that story.
That's fine. I don't need to write the story. Everyone heard it.
All right. B block semis.
Yes.
Or B block finals, really.
Well, yeah. Semifinals for me, for Michelle, is Yamura versus Huge Suge. Who's winning, Tsuji or Yamura? Michelle's got to look it up. I have Finley versus Tsuji with Tsuji going on.
I have Tsuji versus Takeshita with Tsuji getting his win back from earlier in the tournament.
There you go. So Brett and I's finals are Zack Sabre Jr. versus Yota Tsuji.
Yes.
I forgot to write my final guy down, but that's what it was.
Tsuji.
So Michelle falling ass backwards into what there is, I think, a strong potential for the story to be at the end of this.
Could be.
Is the young man stepping up to take over the faction for a failing in health Naito. But for the finals, Michelle...
Failing in health, but he's got like a cool-ass mullet.
He's old. Naito versus Yota Tsuji in your finals. Who is your G1 winner, Michelle?
Tsuji.
Oh, Tim is very happy, man.
Suge.
That's Tim's guy. He loves Suji.
Huge for Michelle.
So my finals, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Suji.
Mine too.
And we are going crown his ass, Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack Sabre Jr.
Give him the ball and
this
let
British
him
guy
fucking run.
Absolutely.
With it. Yeah.
That is the Stone Cold lock of the century of the week.
I want to give him a like a British bulldog kind of nickname, but where he's a different dog.
What dog would he be?
I don't know. like maybe like a Shih Tzu.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
He's the British Shih Tzu.
The British Shih Tzu. All right. Well, perfect. Michelle, thank you so much. As always, I love the math that goes into this every year.
Absolutely.
Maybe in a couple weeks we'll have you on to pick the N1 again. You did it last year.
Yeah.
So
that's Noah's version of this tournament. They have NXT people in it this year.
Should we all clink before we go?
To be fair, we all picked Suji in the finals. Yeah,
so. I think that's a smart move.
I think that's a smart move.
I planned that.
You did.
I'm just such a good wrestling strategist.
It's true, you are.
I would say wrestling strategy is my number one strategy.
What's your number two strategy?
Going to bed.
Perfect.
I like it. It's a good strategy.
Hey, everybody, get us your brackets.
Yes.
If you're listening to this on Friday, please have them in to us by Friday night.
Yes.
You can send them by email. WeNeedWrestling@gmail.com.
I mean, the absolute deadline is before bell rings on the first G1 match, which will probably be the first match on Friday night and Saturday for us Americans.
Yes. So probably you're probably going to want to get them in Friday night, I'd imagine.
Right.
WeNeedWrestling@gmail.com. You can send them there. DM it to us on the Discord or Twitter.
And I'll post them again when I post the episode, so they'll be up.
Whatever you need.
If you need them, text, call, email,
get them in.
Pigeon.
8 p.m. Eastern
Send a Raven.
Right. It's free. We're going to put together a nice little gift pack for somebody, for the winner.
Yes.
Send money.
What happens if one of us...
It costs money. It costs $50.
What happens if one of us wins? The other two have to put together a prize pack for the one who won?
I don't know. Right. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Get me dinner. I don't know.
All right.
It's a dinner.
I mean, we buy each other dinner all the time. But all right, let's do that. We'll do that.
Or, hey, you want a shirt? Here, I'll fucking buy you a shirt.
Yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out. Yeah. If it stays in the compound here.
Michelle, I'll buy you a wrestling shirt. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want one.
You want to borrow my shirt I'm wearing right now? I'm a funker.
Sure. Why does he have such a tiny little body?
Let's sweeten this pot a little bit. Michelle, if you win.
If I win.
What do you want as your prize?
To go to AEW in Wilkes-Barre, September 18th.
Do you want to come with us? You want to come with us to AEW in
That's
Wilkes-Barre?
like a fresh nightmare that I hadn't even considered. There was no part of me that was they're gonna make me go to this AEW
not making
show
in
Wilkes-Barre. We were just asking. It's local, you know. You're familiar with people there.
What people there?
Orange Cassidy.
You two?
I meant the. God damn
it! I'm also familiar with you two here. In my home.
And in your bedroom. Here in my bedroom.
I can't speak for that.
Sorry, that was a reference to off air.
Yeah, well, you know.
It was a reference.
Well, you made it awkward.
It was a reference to Goldfinger. Get your head out of the gutters, everybody.
They did 99 Red Balloons once.
They did.
I don't know. Well, Michelle.
What was the pop punk band with gutter in the name? Wasn't there one?
Guttermouth.
Guttermouth. There you go. Chili, if you win, you don't have to go to AEW. How about that?
Oh, if I win?
Yeah, if you win, you don't have to go.
But if I lose, then that means I have to go?
No.
I think it would just be fun if you went.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
But if you don't want to, it's
okay. Sure. Okay, so if I win, I don't have to go. If I lose, I'll go.
No, that's not. That's not fair.
Yeah. Okay. We'll figure it out. We'll sleep on it. How about that?
If you win, you get to pick a wrestling T-shirt for Brett and I to buy. I don't know.
Yeah.
To wear. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
I don't want you to buy any wrestling shirts. I'm just gonna leave. All right. I love all of you.
Should I play you off in some way?
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
It's like
da 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 da.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna dramatically shut off my mic.
You're not supposed to talk. You're supposed to mysteriously disappear.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Bye, Michelle.
Bye.
Good night. I love you. Mwah. All right, brass tacks, pal. Well, that's over with.
I'll see you tomorrow.
That was wonderful.
Thank you.
I love doing
You're the
that.
best ever.
I will timestamp that for everybody. Not if you skipped it, you're just hearing this, but I know that's not some people's bag. So
Should be all your damn bags.
People are skipping me? What the fuck? We're gonna have... If you're skipping me, we're gonna have words.
Words?
Yeah, you reach out.
All right.
Email me at wingsonwingspodcast@gmail.com so I can berate you
there you go.
for skipping.
All right, don't skip Michelle. That's just what it is then, I guess.
Hashtag don't skip Michelle.
What just happened?
You okay over there?
I dropped my AirPods.
Oh my god.
No.
Hopefully they didn't bounce into the wall again.
Oh no.
Oh,
They
Michelle.
didn't.
Okay, good. All right. Where are we at, pal? Let's get down to
news,
brass
I
tacks.
guess.
Out of the way.
Yeah. I have like one thing,
All right.
news-wise.
How did my phone look all this stuff up?
I don't know.
All right, you go with yours. What's your?
The only thing I have is that Netflix announced September 19th they are going to be releasing the Queen of Villains series.
Yes.
Based off of, well, really focusing on Dump Matsumoto
Mm-hmm.
and 1980s women's wrestling in Japan.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun as fuck. Can't wait to watch it. How about you?
I'm super excited for that,
Me
man.
too, man.
It's Japanese produced, right? So it's probably gonna be subtitled.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
don't
know.
know.
Yeah.
But that'll be fun.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's gonna be a really good time. I'm excited. People are excited. People are asking about it. I think people are pretty pumped up. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Dump is awesome. I think it's gonna shock some people with some of the things that she
Depends
did.
on how far they go.
That's true.
You know?
I think if it's not American produced, I think you go pretty far.
everything. I want to know.
Right.
I want to know
Um.
what you're thinking.
So yeah, that's gonna be fun. What's September 19th? You said. That's exciting. It's an early birthday present. That is a week before my birthday.
It is, yeah.
And that is the day after.
Day after
AEW is in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
That's right. They announced today Dynamite is coming to beautiful northeastern Pennsylvania.
So I think only fair that we just drove out to Ohio to AIW.
yeah, so they need to drive in on a Wednesday.
It's only fair
okay.
that people from AIW and Ed drive in for AEW in Wilkes-Barre.
On a Wednesday night.
Our home promotion.
On a Wednesday.
To be fair, it'll be over at like midnight because they're long tapings. You can just drive back
it's only
home.
5.5
Nobody
hours
starts
for
work
them.
at 6 in the morning. You'll be all right.
Yeah,
go home, catch a nap, and go to work.
Sure.
Come on. What are you, cowards out there in Ohio?
Yes.
All right. So AAW and Wilkes-Barre, that's pretty big news.
Yeah,
that's interesting. I wonder what they're going to pull, how they're going to do that.
Yeah, 2 months away.
Because it's a hot spot for WWE.
It has been.
And we were wondering when they were going to come around because it is a small town, but it's a big wrestling town.
It is.
But it's a bigger arena. That's like an 9,000 seater.
Yeah, it'll be.
So,
I'm curious to see how they do.
But first time in a spot, they might do all right. They might see how that works. But usually first time in a place, they pull pretty big. And you'll get Allentown. You'll get some Philly. Like you can do pretty good there. So
I hope so.
Maybe
I
even
hope
some closer New York kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens. But I'm excited. I'll be there.
Absolutely.
By hook or by crook. So
can't wait.
Very excited for that one. As far as otherwise pro wrestling news, barring anything that dumbass Hulk Hogan fucking said, just on brand for all that shit. John Nord, a.k.a. the Berserker, fighting life-threatening infections, apparently.
Oh, man.
A GoFundMe has started. The St. Clown born, former professional wrestler John Nord, is in a fight to save his leg. Organized by John Nord and launched July 17th. The campaign says Nord endured almost 8 months of surgeries to replace his knee. He's now fighting for the campaign says life-threatening infections in both his knee and the blood. So,
well, best of luck, John
yeah.
Nord.
So shout out, he's looking to raise a very odd number here of $45,438. And he's raised about $4,000 so far, so about a tenth of the way there. So he's got, and you know what, I look at this, and this always happens, and I'm going to shout it out when you got to shout it out, Chris Jericho, with a big donation.
Good for him.
Thousands of dollars Chris Jericho donated, so.
Sweet.
Jericho kind of always does that, so for as much as we like to rag on him and as much as it is deserved,
As much as his donations go to other places.
He does always come through for the older wrestlers.
That is true.
And I don't imagine
him.
I don't imagine he has a relationship with John Nord in any way, right?
John Nord was in WCW.
He
for
was,
a little bit,
yeah,
so
but I
maybe.
guess so. Yeah, he's wearing like the white T-shirt there. Right? He was just
Damn right
he was just like
was.
John Nord. He was just punching people for real. So
fucking damn right.
Let's see. WWE veteran Vince Russo, bro, thinks pro wrestling needs more diversity in the creative departments.
Cool.
I mean, he's not wrong, but I'm not going to read that article to figure out what the fuck
John
else
Nord
he's
wearing
saying.
the awesome. If you don't like me, see back. There's something wrong.
That's
with
right.
You. Wear tight white panties.
And then Chris Jericho thinks pro wrestling could be an Olympic sport. Yeah, sure you can, you fucking idiot. But thanks for donating to John Nord. I won't take back all the nice things I just said. But here's one from eWrestlingNews.com. Crowbar.
Oh God.
Making a lot of press these days, talking a lot of shit, getting his name out there on the social media for being an empty-headed dumb fuck. The a-holes in ECW really tested my mettle. Oh, he was on Eric Bischoff's podcast.
Oh,
of course he was. On his favorite match. Well, one of my favorite matches, I'd love to say, was in WCW, but it's not, unfortunately. Right after WCW, there were two matches that stand out as the most exciting and best matches in my career. During a time where I temporarily let go from WWE, I got to wrestle Eddie Guerrero in New York's Elks Lodge. It's on YouTube.
I kind of remember that, actually.
It got about 20 minutes, and we did a drag-out ECW-esque, Japanese-esque smart mark match, as he says. And then he says after WCW World Wrestling All-Stars started up, and it was around for 2 years, they had shows in Europe, Australia, United States. This is on YouTube. A cage match he did with Sabu. Which includes jumping from the top of the cage to the floor through two tables. So there you go. And his time in ECW. I went to ECW after my first stint with you guys. When you guys brought me in nightly, I did the Conan match. I wrestled Eddie Guerrero on Saturday night, and then I wasn't going to use that much, so I went to ECW. I believe part of the allure was that they could get a guy from WCW, even though it was two matches and beat him and stuff. I got there, and let's just say that college student Chris Ford with ADD and a bad stutter did not fit well in the ECW culture, not at all. I had some heart, but I tell everybody that New Jack was always cool to me. We never hung out. Maybe he just liked the fact that I hung out and minded my own business. I don't know. Yeah, he's just like, for some reason, him and Tommy Dreamer were always super nice to me. But outside of that, I was the redheaded stepchild of ECW. I had my books stolen, had my books thrown in the garbage. Book? I imagine he means bags. I was walking in ECW with books. I was probably the first guy to bring a video game system to the hotel, and when all the guys were going out to party, I said, no, I'm going to do my homework. Oh, maybe it does mean books. And I'm going to play some video games. I had my video game system kicked across the hotel room. I'm not going to say who it was because that person's dead. But I will say that my time there was almost a year. Who do you think it was? Candido.
No idea.
Gotta be, right? Oh, maybe New Jack. Who knows? No, he just said New Jack was cool to him. Who else died from ECW? Everybody.
No idea.
Balls Mahoney, maybe? Let's see. It really tested my mettle. It made me question how really I wanted to do this. So there you go. So don't listen to Eric Bischoff's podcast. Fuck Eric Bischoff. And that's it for news.
I remember he had that match against Terry Funk at Starrcade.
Yeah, sure did.
That was something.
For the hardcore title, I'm sure.
Yeah, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you want to get into?
I don't know, man. Whatever you want to get into.
I guess we could talk about our trip Saturday.
Yeah.
Out to Absolute Intense Wrestling.
Yes. In Cleveland.
Beautiful Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes.
At Temple Live.
Yes.
Our first AIW show. Adam has been there before.
Yes.
Joe making his return.
Correct.
Yeah, man. Long fucking day.
Yeah. It's a good day, though.
Long fucking day.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a 5.5 hour drive. We did it there, watched the show, and came back afterwards. But I think it was worth it. I had a really good day.
Yeah, I did too.
It was a ton of fun. Sign up for the Long Box Heroes Patreon to get After Dark to hear about our escapades at food. Top 10 meal of my life at that place.
I would eat that once a week.
Me too. Incredible.
So good.
You want to go get some and drive out there over the weekend?
No.
Get some? No? Okay.
No, I don't.
We go out there and see the Machine Guns. They're wrestling.
Not till August 1st.
It's like 2 weeks.
That's on like a Wednesday, I
Yeah,
think.
no, it's all right. Again. Listen, Ed's gonna drive into Wilkes-Barre on a Wednesday. We can drive out to Columbus.
Ed's not going to drive to Wilkes-Barre for anything ever.
That's not true, Ed. You tell him that's not true. But yeah, it was a really fun show. We got to meet Jeff Jarrett, Satnam Singh, tall motherfucker.
I was happy.
No exposing the business there.
No.
That was worth it. That was awesome.
Big son of a
That is
bitch.
a big dude. Big hands, big guy. Very nice. Told him I liked his stuff because I generally do. I think he does a good job for his limited. He's definitely new to the business still, and he has a limited sort of. And nobody's asking anything of him. So
No.
really. And Karen Jarrett also there, looking very good. Got the picture with Jeff. Joe we got to see Joe meet his hero. I didn't look at the autograph. I forgot to ask Joe to look at the figure. Was it nice? Yeah, he's got a good. He comes from
good purple.
He comes from the era where you need that good autograph too.
It was a good auto.
All right, that's good. Very quick in and out with Jeff, just sort of bent down behind him or without him and Karen in the seats there. But in the picture with me, I make Jeff laugh, so that's nice. So he's laughing in my picture, I think, because he heard my bones creak.
That could be it.
As I said, just give me a second here. I'm an old man, and he laughed at me. So yeah, we met a lot of people. That was cool. That's probably my favorite part of the whole trip, honestly, is seeing people for the first time.
Sure.
Shout out Jess or Pappa Pepperoni.
Pappa Pep.
You and I started this show and has been oft described as agendaless, and we sort of, we're not trying to be marks for ourselves necessarily.
I have nothing to be a mark for myself.
So we were walking to the Szechuan joint, and there's some dude hanging out of a car yelling at us, and we were like, "What the hell is that about?"
Yeah.
And then we got into the show, and it was Pappa Pepperoni, and he was just excited because he recognized the four of us because he listens to the shows. And he likes the show, so that was really nice. It's nice to hear,
nice.
It was great to meet Jess in person. For the first time, Jess is training in AIW, which I didn't know.
Fucking great.
So that's awesome. Super cool. Got to see Jess afterwards. Got to see beautiful Ed in all of his Uncle Howdy glory.
My sweet boy.
Ed came out and did really the Lord's work coming out to this show and seeing us and hanging out and being Ed. Like you told him. A large portion of the reason why we were out there was just to see Ed, even if it was just for a little while.
Yeah, referee Tom Dunn.
Tom Dunn, right?
New
nice friend of the show.
Him.
Good to see him too. He's in the group picture with everybody. That's nice. With Pappa Pep.
Got to see Two Legs briefly. He's working.
Very briefly.
So that was nice
the
to
real
see
life
him,
Charlie Murphy. Or Charlie. I did it again.
You did.
I did it again.
Sure did.
Charlie Kennedy.
I'm not saving you.
What's his name on the show? What's his Charlie? What's his name on It's Always Sunny? It's late.
Charlie Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jesus Christ. What's happening?
It's late.
Yeah, though, man. I had a fun time.
Yeah.
Good times were had.
Yeah, the matches were good.
Yeah.
Dom's hardcore match was a lot of
Dom
fun.
Green is a fucking nutcase.
Dom Green, he's wrestling Jinder Mahal.
I saw.
Coming up. But great stuff there.
Matt Justice coming out was cool as fuck.
So that's one of my favorite parts of this show, too, is that when we were sitting there and Justice came out and it was a surprise.
Yeah.
And Joe and Adam were out talking to people and we're watching this match. It was like a 4 or 5 way, whatever it was.
4-way, yeah.
And ladder match. And Pantera hits.
Down, but that's all right.
Was it down? Yeah. And Justice comes out, and we start freaking out because that man doesn't know wrestling's fake.
Nope, he's a crazy person.
And the two gentlemen, I'm not going to say kind gentlemen, but the two gentlemen behind us leaned down and said, "Who is this?" We were making everybody popped huge, but we were making such a big deal. Who's this guy? Who am I supposed to know him? And we're like, "Yeah, that's Matt Justice. He fucking rules." Yeah, and then he did rule.
He's nuts, man.
He is. He's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's nuts. I had a fun moment with Ed during Jeff Jarrett running down Cleveland, Ohio. He said that he's been into the Hall of Fame twice.
Yeah.
And I looked at Ed and we made eye contact and just started yelling twice. So
that's funny.
That made
Jeff
me
Jarrett
real
at the end of the
happy.
Fargo Strut puts 2 fingers up for twice.
Damn right.
He's a once.
He's a once. Because if you love them once, they'll love you twice.
That's right. But Jarrett running down the just classic heel stuff on that show, running down the local sports team, running down the crowd. People are almost jumping the rail at him. Just quality. He caused fights in the stands. There was fans fighting each other over people standing up. Jarrett had them all riled up with the most classic basic heel work you could possibly
Jarrett
ask for.
rules, man.
It was fantastic.
Yeah,
he
it was
looks
fun.
great. Looked good in the match. Did exactly
Did
the
what
amount
he
he
had to
needed to
do.
do. Satnam got his shit in, and then Jarrett walked away when the two kids who were on his team were losing. Jarrett's like, "Come on, I don't need to lose."
I'm not losing.
He didn't even El Kabong everybody. The two other kids El Kabonged, whose names I don't remember. But that being said, fun to see Jarrett in that setting. That was fun.
Josh Bishop, also an actual animal.
Yeah, Bishop rules too.
I love that guy so much.
Got to meet him briefly, and bigger than I expected. I always knew he was big, but like, and I live in a world, not that I'm huge, I'm a small giant, like Michelle says, but like, I live in a world where I don't run into people that often in my day-to-day that are bigger than me.
He's bigger
And he's bigger than me. Crazy bigger than me.
A big motherfucker.
And it was just like, wow, that is a presence that kid has, for sure. And other people, Kaplan's giving out his beef jerky, and
some good beef jerky.
Talked to Dom Green for a little bit, and because everybody was sort of coming over to Joe, so like we got to stand there and act like we were important, also, or just, or like what we actually did was just step out of the way and let them talk.
We got to meet Fonzie, which was cool.
Fonzie, great.
Yeah, me and Dan the Housen.
Yep. Yeah, Danhausen was there.
Me friends of Phil United for a minute or two.
He smelled the Felicia on you.
He sure did. Listen, Danhausen, he good brother to me, so we're all right.
When you have that smell, it's good that you can identify it. It's very hard to wash off.
Mm-hmm. It smells like money,
but it doesn't smell like friends, but it smells like money.
I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money.
But yeah, it was a really good time. It was a good trip. Hiccupless on the ride there and out.
Yeah. No
very
issues at all.
Smooth driving.
You're a fucking madman.
I ate a gas station hoagie at like 3 in the morning.
Sketchy.
It's whatever. I survived it.
I was like, I'm just gonna sit here and snack on my cash.
Yep. Nope. Gas station hoagie. But yeah, it was a good time. It was a quality show.
Yeah, man.
It was good to be there. I would consider doing it again if the stars align and there's the right amount of people and things happening. That's their biggest show, so so they always
Absolution 17, I think it was.
Absolution. They said it was like their WrestleMania. So that was cool.
Great time.
It was fun. And then like I said, I think we got back here at like 5:15 or so in the morning, 5:30ish, and then you journeyed back home. And
I think I walked upstairs after I dropped Joe off, and it was like 5:06.
Yeah, I waited for the texts, and then I went to bed.
Yeah.
So
I was up and I was watching the news.
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Yep, we're going to bed."
Oh yeah, and then I slept for like 6 hours or so. Woke up, and then I was planning on going to see Slumber Party Massacre, and I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Nope.
I was in and out of sleep all day. I just sat on the couch and watched TV.
Even when he asked me, I was like, "I'll go."
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I'm just going to sleep.
Right. So we called it off, which was the right call.
Yeah, nothing wrong.
But it was a good fucking time, man. Shout out AAW, shout out John Thorne, for the horse brutality, and shout out again, like you said, everybody we mentioned.
Yeah, that was fun.
Friends,
meeting
new
people,
and old, fans
people.
of the show. That's always cool.
Yeah,
because like I said, more people listen to this show than people we know. So it's nice to see some new people that listen and like the show. I wish
we all lived closer. And I know, first or second match, you and I leaned over to each other and was like, "Damn, I wish we had.
We had something like that.
Wish we had that here."
Yeah,
you know.
And listen, there are indies here, but they're not. They're just not that, and it's just what it is. And like, they're good or bad. This feels different. Yeah. It felt different than your regular indie, and that's sort of more the point. Like, and like they make it a point to do that. Everybody who works there is dressed nice with passes.
Yeah, it's very professional.
Very professional. Like, presentation matters. And then I'm not shooting on anybody else who doesn't, but like, you walk in, you're like, oh wow, like this is like the stuff.
Some real deal.
This is some real deal shit. Like this is like potential to to be like an actual like. It felt like a territory, like a stop kind of cool thing, and they bring in a lot of cool people and have a relationship with a lot of people, and they have a school, and so like they if this was a little closer, I think we'd be there all the time, more frequenting it because it was very good, and again it's good to see title changes and all that sort of stuff. So
good to see Ed
and Chuck Stone and all those guys and Ed. It was great to see Ed. Always good to see Ed.
Love me some Ed.
Ed, wish you could have came out to eat with us, but
And I wish Ed was in the car ride
Yeah.
for the old, like, reminiscing of Stern shows.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was fun.
When I picked Joe up in the morning, there's an Eric the Actor saga on Howard 101, and Joe and I were just laughing immediately. Oh, it was so much fun. All right. So, all right. AIW again, thank you.
Great trip. Absolutely.
Fun trip, and
Yes. Thank you for the horse brutality.
All right. Other wrestling.
Yeah, let's get into what we watched this week, not live, not in person.
The only thing I have WWE-wise is from Raw was the Eric Rowan video.
Okay. I saw a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah, it was emotional.
Yeah.
It talked about, like, losing a brother, obviously in Brody.
Right.
He's like, and then just when I think, like, I'm out of it,
Yeah.
I lose another brother.
Crazy.
And Bray, and he, like, starts crying.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know how I'm, like, to get out of this hole I'm in.
Yeah.
And, then they do, like, the Wyatt, Uncle Howie stuff. But it was like, oh, shit, man, that guy's gone through a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Over the past couple of years. So,
yeah. Well, we talked about it on the ride a little bit, but, like, I'm always going to be happy that guy's getting a paycheck.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, he's been through some bad creative, and, he has lost the two guys that, like, helped him make himself in the fucking business, right? But he's, all intents and purposes, seems like a really nice guy. I'll always have that image of him on the Brody Tribute show coming out, like, and, like, pointing up to this guy and just crying, and everybody was crying, and, like, so the fact that they didn't have to bring him back.
Nope.
I think if they didn't bring him back, nobody would be like, "Where's Eric Rowan?"
Yeah.
But I think it's nice, it's smart. He's had tributes to Brody and Bray in his gear on TV. So I'm very happy that he's getting paid for as long as he can. I'll never fault that, man.
Very happy.
Good for him.
Yeah. That's all I had from WWE.
All right.
Everything else was just kind of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Build to SummerSlam.
Yeah, when SummerSlam?
I think first week of August, last week of August. I don't know. It's in August.
Next month.
It's definitely in August. I know that much. So before the AEW, we did watch one other thing from America. From Friday night, Prestige Wrestling Combat Clash PDX.
I watched this. You watched this twice because I forgot it happened.
Twice. Watched two matches. The one that I want to rave about. Chris Sabin versus Alex Shelley. Second match on the show, which you were like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, crazy.
I thought the technical wrestling in this was top notch, and there was like an intensity to it. But it's like, oh, they're partners. They're not gonna, they're not gonna cross that line. TNA cross the line. But I really did love it, man. I thought it was. I don't even know if they threw a punch in the match at all.
I don't know.
It was just a lot of grappling.
Yeah.
And it was fucking great. I loved it. And I love seeing these guys like on the stage because Prestige, they're kind of like a bigger indie. And the setup.
Yeah, they're your super indie for sure.
That setup they were in was real nice, like a small little arena type deal. And just see like these guys getting so much love from the crowd.
Yeah.
It just warms my heart. I love Alex Shelley. I've been a Chris Sabin fan for a long time.
Yeah.
Hailing from Hell, Michigan. Yeah, man, I loved it. I really did.
We were talking when we watched the match, a lot of speculation out of what their futures are.
Yes.
And who knows. But like, man, I'm going to be upset when I don't get to see these guys wrestle. And it's selfish for me to say that. Like, I didn't watch Impact that much when they wrestled. A little bit when I heard they had a good match. But I
love the Alex Shelley's title reign.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We watched a bunch when he was champ. But Shelley, I think I said this to you, like, are there 10 guys better at wrestling than him on this planet? I don't think so. I can maybe argue that down to 5. I think he's fantastic. He's always been fantastic. And if I was to have my choice, I would have a fully formed, no more wrestling knowledge possible Bryan Danielson versus Alex Shelley match. Shelley Zack Sabre Jr., Shelley Takeshita. Like, there's a lot of potential AEW matches and New Japan matches I would love to see. That number goes down for WWE matches, and that's the big rumors. That's where he's going. That's where they're going. Player coach option. Who knows? But I'm
$4 million a year.
$4 million a year player coach. Got to learn to slow down first. But I'm just not. I don't watch the product, and I don't know or think that there's anybody necessarily in NXT that will be like, oh, this is gonna be really cool to watch Alex Shelley wrestle this guy.
Yeah.
Let's watch Saban have a fucking cruiserweight banger against this dude. I just don't see it happening. But if they get paid, I'm never gonna fault them.
Of course not.
Both of those guys have been hard traveling. TNA guys
busting ass for a long time,
right? And and like some Japanese stuff too, but like they never got that bag. And wherever they get the bag, I ain't gonna fault them for it. Go get it. Yeah. You fucking deserve it. But selfishly, come to the company I like, guys.
Yeah, go to AEW, beat the Young Bucks for the tag titles, and actually do something.
Exactly.
With them.
If you can, go on Jerry's Internet Wrestling Emporium and watch Alex Shelley versus Avery Goods on VAC. It was fucking incredible.
The other match I watched from the show was Roderick Strong versus Timothy Thatcher.
Oh, it wasn't Xerox versus Danhausen?
Xerox?
What was his name?
Drexel.
Xerox. Drexel University, sorry.
No, it was, Roddy versus Thatcher. Roderick Strong comes out, and you would have thought it was like 88 Hogan walking out.
Yeah?
The pop he gets is fucking crazy.
Thought you meant arms and tan.
Easy.
Yeah.
No, the pop he gets, it's insane. Like, I had to, I'm like, is my volume fucked up or something? Is this real loud? Dude, people go nuts for him.
Good.
And I love fucking Roddy Strong rules. He always has rules.
Is he a that area guy?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know where he's from. Portland. He seems like a Baltimore guy to me. I don't think that's true.
I want to say Massachusetts, maybe. I don't know. But Roddy Thatcher, I thought this was really good.
His middle name is Lindsay. Did you know that?
I did not.
His last name. Christopher Lindsay is his real
where's
name.
he from?
Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
Oh, never would have guessed that.
And he went to the University of South Florida.
Sure. Roddy wins. His strikes, he was
Built from New Orleans and Tampa, by the way.
He was beating the shit out of Thatcher during this match.
Yeah.
Thatcher's mat work is still like, it looks brutal.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like that his was not so much finesse as like, I'm just going to grab your elbow and try to rip it off. But again, Thatcher wins. He won with, I think he hit the sick kick to win it.
Okay.
And again, he goes around ringside and like fist bumps everybody. I was like, Roddy's a huge baby face.
Yeah. Crazy.
Roddy fucking rules forever. So
here's an interesting thing about Roddy that I didn't know. Who trained Roddy Strong? We might have been over this on the show before.
No idea.
All right. So here you go. In the autumn of 1994, Lindsay's father, they're using his shoot name there, a collegiate wrestler, began training as a wrestler under Jim Neidhart.
I feel like we've talked about this.
After Lindsay attended several training sessions and met Harry Smith, a third-generation wrestler, he decided to become a wrestler. Lindsay was trained by his father, Neidhart, and a number of other wrestlers, including the Warlord and Prince Iaukea.
Roddy's my favorite wrestler.
He's on the Prince Iaukea learning tree right there.
He'll learn you all right.
Yeah. Tap fatty.
Rampage I didn't watch.
Nope. Collision we could just about fucking skip, brother. To Catch You to Billington was good but slow.
Yeah, the only thing I had from that was the FTR return.
Yep.
Club Gold got stripped of the trios titles.
Right. And I know people are going to succeed to the things like, I didn't want to do it, but it's the rules and we have to follow them. And it's like, but Samoa Joe subbed in for Max, and that was Ring of Honor titles. Stupid. But you're going to tell me that Ring of Honor has less rules than AEW?
So
it makes no fucking sense. Yeah. It's just to separate it because they want Jay White's out on injury and they want to push him to singles. Yeah. I would hope that Juice and the Gun Club re-win those titles next week, but I don't know because you're going up against Christian.
No, Christian's going to win.
Yeah? Yeah. Really fucking stupid. I really, really hate it.
Yeah, that again, another division that's like kind of pointless.
Just have the match and have them lose. Who cares?
Yep, I agree.
Really stupid shit.
They do announce for the ROH pay-per-view coming up at the end of the month.
Yeah.
For the ROH title, it's going to be Briscoe versus Roderick Strong.
Oh, okay. Think Roddy's going to win it?
I'd love to see that.
Roddy wins it, put Mark on main AWTV more.
That's what I would do.
Makes sense.
And then...
Because then you have the Kingdom and Ring of Honor. They have the tag titles. You can run through that. And, like, Roddy's great.
I love
we all know that.
God damn it, I love
But,
Roddy.
like, Adam Cole, maybe never coming back. Who knows? And MJF moving on, like, there's nothing for them to do. They were brought in specifically to be a part of that, and there's nothing for them to do.
Kyle O'Reilly's just seemed to move on as well.
Yeah, we didn't even see Kyle this week, did we?
And then at the end of the show, Orange Cassidy ends up attacking Trent.
Yeah.
And he hits him with a big old wrench right in the back of the head.
Yep.
And it's like, I think the show went, like, credits, black, and Sean Ross Sapp had to report out immediately that Trent's legit hurt again.
So, my note for this main event of Orange Cassidy and Cool Kyle versus the Kingdom
I didn't want it.
Says, this is the fucking main event. This show blows, cancel it.
Yeah. Didn't want
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
They're seemingly doing more with Collision next week. But for real, I'm like, this is garbage television.
Like, that cannot be your main event.
Right. It can't be your main event. We have Sky Blue, who's now a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, maybe?
I guess she's good again.
She's unspookified. I don't know. I don't care a lot. I saw a lot of people online being like, oh, they just dropped the storyline. Classic AEW, not finishing stories through. Well, clearly Julia's out for however fucking long. And they like Sky Blue. Some people are saying that she's taking time off to be a model. What? Come on, people. Maybe, but like, all right. But like, she comes out in all white with a cowboy hat. Super fucking weird. I don't understand it. I don't really care. She's challenging Sheeta. If it gets a Sheeta match, that'll be pretty good. But whatever. But like, Shane Taylor Promotions versus Top Flight. Like, why am I
no interest ever, brother?
Like, so
I'm all set over
and like,
here.
I don't want to make this an AW rating show, and it's not, because ratings don't matter if the show's good or not, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna watch these shows. I'm gonna watch AW when it's good, no matter what it is, right? Collision is definitely a fast forward show for me.
It is.
The only wrestling I watch live now is Dynamite.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what the ratings are. I'm going to continue to watch it because it's good and I enjoy it, right? That being said, how good your show is does reflect your rate. Like, is reflected in the ratings. Dynamite did a little better this week. Look at what they put out on TV the last couple of weeks. It's fucking awesome, right? The Dynamite's rating this week, I think, was solely based on how good that Mariah May bit was.
Yeah, it got people talking.
And then they came back this week, right? Put good shit on your TV, people will come back. The Collision this week's going to do negative numbers if fucking possible. Because this was a garbage show. This was an AEW dark on TV. It was. Yeah. Like, Nyla Rose squash match because she's going to be wrestling Mercedes on Dynamite. The Briscoe promo was funny where he's like ideal in blood and guts and chicken shit. But like, it's not Roddy versus Dalton Castle, the Outrunners. Like, it's just like, come on, guys. Like, I like seeing the Outrunners, but this is not a show where you get people talking.
I agree.
Collision baffled me this week. I was angry after it.
Yeah, I was whatever. With
that whole show was put together just so OC can hit Trent in the back of the head with a fucking wrench.
Yeah,
it's garbage.
So Trent's apparently hurt again,
and that sucks.
Yeah. So if it's his neck,
we'll see what happens. Yeah, be crazy losing Trent and Chucky T in the matter of a few months.
Yes. So Dynamite,
much better show than Collision.
Yeah. First match, the international title, the challenger MJF, the champ Will Ospreay.
Yes.
This goes
Ospreay.
59 minutes and 58 seconds.
I see some people saying 59 seconds.
Well, those people can suck my ass.
Well, you know what? Next time you see Dave Meltzer, you tell him you said.
Well, I will.
I agree. It was 2 seconds left on the clock when they counted that pin.
Yeah, dude. Tell you what. This is definitely like a polarizing thing.
It shouldn't be.
No, I will buy into a long wrestling match like this can take you out of it.
Yeah, 60 minutes. Yeah,
that's long
stuff.
It's long, man. Right. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Me personally, I thought this was fucking great.
Yes.
Normally, if you've heard me on here before, I hate TV wrestling with commercials that ruin flow for a match. I think it helps here.
Yeah. And
gives you a little break. And then you come back and like, oh, what's happening now? You know?
They were insanely paced in this match.
The pace was fucking crazy. Yeah. It really was like from the word go.
Yeah.
I loved when they went to the crowd and that Ospreay had that little girl punch Max a couple times.
Hilarious.
And Max just flipping her off. Oh, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
In the end, Max, Dynamite Diamond Ring, clocks Ospreay.
Because Ospreay wouldn't do the Tiger Driver.
Yeah, again, which, I kind of think that needs to end.
Yeah, I don't love it.
I brought up last time in the Discord, like, Danielson's fine.
He's
not
right.
dead. He's not hurt.
Right.
You can do it again.
Yeah, you can do it again. Right. But he's hesitant, which costs him a match, so it does work sort of for the storyline here. But maybe here's where he learns his lesson that he can start doing it again.
Gotta pull the trigger, kid.
Right. But yeah, I like this. Max is in insane lifts in this match. His shoes were so high. Very funny. And again, here's the thing with Max. We've said this all the time. Like, Max is a character I dislike. I don't think he has his character nailed. I think he tries to be too many things at once in his program, in his character work, in his promos. But he, on the grand stage, he always delivers. Hechicero match was okay. Whatever.
He's so fucking
but
good, dude.
His big matches, he's always
Crushes
delivered. There's some points in this match where he definitely is sort of like, what do I even have left to do?
Yeah.
And I think he benefited from having Ospreay help him because, like, he went the hour with Dragon, right?
Yep.
And, like, that's a different paced match. Stuff is spaced out a little more. The style that Dragon wrestles means you guys are doing a little bit more mat wrestling throughout the
This was
thing.
non-stop.
This is non-stop. So he's like, I don't know, I'll just do a fucking, like, Made in Japan or whatever. Like,
yeah.
So, like, he was clearly trying to rack his brain, like, what can I do next?
Yeah.
That without just spamming moves and that sort of thing. And he definitely kept up, looked good. He delivers, right?
He looked great.
He's, I'm not saying he's one of the best guys in the roster. He's not Ospreay, he's not Dragon, but the man has always delivered in that fucking ring.
Yeah.
He's had some of AEW's best matches, undeniably.
Yeah.
Him Punk was fucking fantastic.
Yep.
So, like, he's had some really great matches, and this is just another one to add to the list. Is it on my match of the year? No. Is it one of the best Dynamite matches ever? Yes. Is it the best Dynamite match ever? I don't know. My memory doesn't work that way. I think it's the best, most recent Dynamite match.
In a while, yeah.
But it certainly also doesn't get to be fucking review bombed online by these fucking idiots who have nothing better to do, who've discovered Cage Match because of, I don't know, Cody or Triple H or whatever the fuck mentioned it.
Or Tony Khan.
Was it Tony that did it? Mm-hmm. Tony cursed himself with that one. What an idiot. In the Discord with this match, and it goes almost the whole hour, like we said. None of us quite had a handle on are they going the hour? They're too fast. They're not. They can't. This is too fast paced for the hour. This, that, and the other thing. Yeah. And then, like, 10 minutes left, 5 minutes left. We're like, all right, yep, they're doing it. And then it's two different camps. Do you like the hour? Do you not like the hour draw? Yeah. How do you get out of it? Why is it good? What does it do for everybody? And then everybody got fucking surprised by this pin.
Yeah.
I think so. The ref gets bumped, and, like, Max gets his arm over Ospreay, and you're like, the timing's not right here. They're a little too fast. Like, because obviously I think everyone was expecting the 1, 2 time runs out, but instead it's 1, 2, 3. Max wins his fucking belt. Crazy, crazy. That for me made the match even that much better.
Yeah, I liked Ospreay. So Ospreay hitting the Styles Clash a couple times was nuts.
Yeah,
once on the apron, once off the second rope.
Yeah. And
I saw AJ Styles put out a tweet today, like, because people were, like, criticizing him. Oh, he's just doing AJ Styles moves. Uh-huh. And AJ came out and said, who gives a shit?
Right.
He's like, it's wrestling we take from each other. It happens all the time. He goes, if anything, like, I'm flattered.
Right.
Like, who cares?
Here's the thing about, and stealing AJ Styles' moves, everybody does it. We'll talk about it more later, probably. But the dude is one of the most innovative wrestlers ever.
Yeah.
Like, you can't not give AJ Styles credit.
That dude ran shit for a long time.
So, of course, people of that generation, like,
and Ospreay
AJ's
like
47 years old.
And Ospreay has talked about, like, growing up in England, being a huge TNA fan.
You have, like, 25 years of AJ Styles tape.
Yeah.
Of course he's that fucking influential.
Yeah.
It's just that he's still wrestling when he's almost 50 that people are like, oh, you're doing AJ Styles' shit. Well, call me when you can call it everybody who's doing Marufuji shit on fucking TV.
Absolutely.
Because that happens more than you fucking think it does.
Ospreay does it with,
right.
with the hook kick.
Exactly.
But he'll say, yeah, it's
right.
Marufuji.
So, like, it happens when you're as much of an innovator as AJ Styles is, as Marufuji is, even going back everybody does Misawa shit. Like, these guys are innovators, and AJ happens to be one of these guys that has had a actual worldwide career for the last really 20 plus years.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to fucking happen.
I'd rather him steal from AJ Styles.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Copy an A, get an A.
I like the top rope one because he just let his legs go
fucking great, dude. Yeah, it was great.
But incredible match. Max can fucking hang. Yeah. I just need him to sit down and figure out who he wants to be in a wrestling ring.
I agree.
Or outside of a wrestling ring, I mean.
Yeah. The Acclaimed officially get added to Blood and Guts.
Yeah, I don't fucking care. I was hoping that they were going to do a thing with Swerve because they talked to Briscoe, and Briscoe's like, well, I'm not the leader of this. Like, we got to figure this out. I was hoping that Swerve was going to be like, we'll see. Because I don't want the Acclaim in this match.
Yeah, but it's next week.
Right.
So
who else is there?
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
But so the thing was, I was like, say no so that something can happen on Collision this week that sets up for the show. But they don't use Collision to build the Dynamite.
No.
It's so weird. It's not a separate roster, really. Kinda is. Sometimes is. But they don't use Collision. They use Collisions to set up next week's Collisions. And Dynamite to set up next week's Dynamite. When you could run a through line, you can keep some programs to Collision and Dynamite.
Yeah.
But your bigger storylines, which should be what Blood and Guts is, can run through everything.
They could. I agree with that.
Because then maybe some people would watch Collision.
True. Chris Jericho's segment sucks ass.
Jesus Christ.
But Suzuki comes out, and it's going to be Suzuki Jericho next week.
Cool.
Great. Kazuchika Okada is super horny for Mercedes Monet's CEO. Tickets.
Amen.
It made me so happy watching him. I love you, Okada. So, all right. Interesting question.
Yes.
That was posed to me today.
They're going to play a song?
No.
Okay.
How do you feel about Okada's run in AEW so far?
I think it's very good for Okada.
Okay.
I think Okada coming over here and not having to fucking wrestle a lick and get paid a ton is great for Okada.
Sure. Take that out of it.
I mean, they haven't used him. We haven't done anything with him.
Yeah.
He's over here. He's linked up with his buddies, and the Bucks also don't wrestle.
Yeah.
So, like, why have Okada wrestle when none of those other guys do? But I think the Bucks just want another fucking friend.
Yeah. I mean, I was just more so kind of just talking like strictly like what they've done with him on television.
I think he's funny. He's entertaining as hell.
Okay. All right.
But they haven't used him enough wrestling.
Yeah.
You got the biggest free agent who's the arguably number one or number two best wrestler in the world, and he's never really been involved in that strong of a in-ring program.
Yeah.
Is a waste of his talent. But he's entertaining.
That's so the person who asked me that kind of said, oh, like, didn't really watch New Japan or anything, and said like, oh, like I know like he's heard me talk about Okada being like one of the best ever.
Sure.
And he just said, oh, like everything I've seen from him so far, like he's good. Yeah. He's not great. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, they haven't really given him that stage yet.
Right. Maybe he doesn't want it.
Yeah, I don't know. If I'm paying that much money, I'd say, hey, buddy.
I mean, Tony Khan ain't that worried about it,
Get out there and do your damn thing. Well, Ed made a good point in the Discord this week. He said, well, if I was booking it, I would just put the belt on Okada and have him win. Made New Japan a ton of money.
Sure did.
It
absolutely did.
But it's just an interesting thought.
It's a little parallel to Nakamura, right? I mean, Nakamura comes in. I mean, NXT, he had a really good run.
Yeah.
But his run post that has just been like the guy who like is one of the best ever, who is just like, yeah, I don't, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, he's just says, I want to surf.
It is weird. But he also came in at a time where they got a little signing happy, and they were like, well, how do we get everybody to win at once?
Yeah.
And they already have a hard time with that. So, yeah, I can definitely see somebody, especially how hyped he was as the best, because he is.
I can see their point.
And if you had, oh yeah, absolutely. They're not wrong at all. When, hyped as good as he is, and he comes in and he's just the comic relief in the elite, is interesting.
Yeah. It's an interesting way to go.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, I think he's been very fun.
He's very funny. He's entertaining. Yeah.
But it's like...
Right, but I would rather him be the the elite heater. Like, have him, like, kicking people in the head who step to the elite.
Not Jack Perry.
Right, yeah, right. But it's a sweet spot for Okada, so.
Yeah. Mercedes Moné Nyla was a thing.
It was fine.
Mercedes wins. Britt does the Sting mask gimmick in the crowd.
Yeah.
Security was confused.
They tackled Mercedes?
Yeah, it was weird. Doesn't make me want to, I don't know. I don't care about this.
Yeah, the Mercedes stuff, she's with the elite now. It's still just a mess. Like, the criticisms of AEW aren't wrong. Right?
There's a lot that's bad faith about it.
Sure.
But there are legit
there's
issues.
legit thing. It seems like it's a company that's a mess backstage. The creative is all over the place for the most part.
Yeah.
And when they put a wrestler out that they think is going to be the biggest shit in the world, and when they're not, they get completely lost as to what to do with that person.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly like Mercedes Nyla Rose is there to light the world on fire.
No. No, but you gotta...
But her Brit, I don't know. I think the match is going to suck.
Because
Brit's not very good.
Right.
And, Mercedes has so far not been very good in AEW.
Right.
In the promo work, I don't know.
Yeah. She's going to be better as a heel. They tried to get her babyface over, and it didn't work. Yeah. We all knew it wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
But
yes.
Britt will get a good reaction, I guess.
She will, for sure.
But, like, it also is tough because the Tony Storm side of AEW TV has been so good for so long.
Yes, and speaking of...
And they're the secondary women's program, technically, kind of.
Yes. Mariah May comes out, dressed as Tony Storm.
I think everybody thought that was Tony. I know when Michelle walked in, she thought it was Tony. She was like, wow, they look a lot alike.
Well, they do, but
yeah,
you knew the swerve was there. Mariah, promo's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. She got lost a little bit.
Shivani saying, "Speak, bitch."
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, and then I saw people getting their fucking panties in a bunch of that. Like, just shut up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. It's Tony Schiavone.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the match is going to happen. I don't know how much longer you can keep Tony off TV.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mariah can just carry it like this.
It's weird that this was the follow-up to the hottest wrestling angle of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is what you do. That was interesting. But, like, Tony doesn't have any other friends, so it's not like you can push somebody out to try and defend Tony's honor or anything.
Yeah.
How
about Tony Khan giving RJ City all the credit?
Yeah. Because straight up, he's the only one who's seen the movie.
Yeah, but I was like, hey, man, that's
funny. Yeah,
nice,
right. Still hasn't got an AEW graphic, though.
I know, because I wish him happy birthday. He goes, cool, where's my fucking graphic?
Right.
And then you have Okada Swerve.
Yeah.
I think everybody knew, okay, Blood and Guts is next week. This is going to end in a schmoz.
Yeah, everybody knew this was happening.
Which it did. The big thing was Darby coming down from the rafters. Mm-hmm. Shivani yelling, it's Darby, like it's Sting.
Yeah.
Thought that was very cool.
Yeah, he learned it from his dad.
Yeah.
A lot of people getting their panties twisted about that, too.
Yeah, and Sean Ross happened to come out saying they cleared it with Martha Hart again.
Of course they did.
Like, every time they do that,
right,
they're going to clear it with Martha Hart.
Right. Martha Hart seems like a reasonable...
She does not hate pro wrestling.
Well, she probably doesn't even hate people bungee jumping or coming down from the crowd.
Yeah.
But she probably insists on a safety crew and protocol, which is the two things that WWE did not have.
Yep.
And WWE also, for all intents and purposes, didn't even have a willing participant.
Yeah.
Owen wasn't even comfortable doing that thing. So if you have a willing participant, proper equipment, and a safety team, you're probably going to be fine.
Yep.
It's so weird that people, Martha Hart, what a bitch. Yeah, her husband died because somebody didn't take care of him.
Because of negligence.
Yeah, what a fucking weird thing to think that she's going to be mad about the rest of her life.
That's true.
Insane.
So, all right, we're going to...
So, really quick though, sorry. The thing with Okada, you said about Okada, and then the end, this match, Swerve Okada, which in an actual program would be fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And this match was fine.
All right.
I think the common denominator in all of this is the Young Bucks. I think the Young Bucks are a cold fucking act.
See, though, it's tough because we say it, but they get the reactions.
Yeah?
Yeah. It is what it is. It's not for me.
Yeah.
It's not for you. It's not for other people, but it is for some people.
Yeah, I mean, anything's for some people.
But they get the reactions.
Yeah, you think they're that big of a thing on the shows?
I do.
Because not to make this a rating show, but like, they're not, like, the ratings aren't going up with the Young Bucks on TV.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And, like, they anchor themselves in these programs. And, like, we all knew this was coming in the end of this match. I think it hurts the match. Like, I think it's a thing that was so telegraphed that everybody's like, all right, well, that match was just okay because we're all waiting for the shoe to drop.
Yeah, I don't know how much you put that on the Bucks, though.
I mean, you could put it on everybody, but the Bucks are a common denominator in a lot of those things. I think you have
to put it on Tony Khan.
Yeah, well,
You're the one booking the shit.
For sure. But they definitely have creative control. You know?
I don't know if they do. I can't
would
say
assume
if they
did.
do.
I would assume they would.
But, they get the reactions, man.
Yeah.
In the arena, they get the fucking reactions.
Yeah, see, I don't know that they. I mean, they get a reaction, but I don't know if it's as big of a reaction as they warrant being as featured as they are. But
yeah, I mean, this whole storyline, I don't think has been great.
Yeah.
You get the return of Jack Perry. Now the return of Darby. The Acclaimed in there, like, it's the most heatless blood and guts.
Yeah, right.
Obviously, Darby's going to do crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Briscoe's going to bleed that motherfucker.
Yeah.
When Swerve and Hangman finally touch, it's going to be insane. They're going to bleed. Like, people are going to fucking bleed, and it's going to be, I hope, fun, but it's definitely the one that I'm like, whatever. Let's see if Okada does crazy blood shit.
I doubt it. Has he really bled a lot in the past? He's got the hair for it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the last time he bled was when Kaito Kiyomiya had forced him to bleed.
Well,
that was sick.
That ain't gonna happen again.
It was amazing.
I wish it would happen again.
It certainly was. So before we go to Japan, let's hit the Ed Cody question of the week.
Hold on 1 second. I was not prepared for this.
이제 이번 주에 에드 코디 질문입니다.
All right, what's that got?
All right. Says, hey there, pals. 2-part question here. Please allow it. Number 1, Wrestle Rager is next month. Should I do bumps or drink White Claws? Don't say both. Don't say neither. You have to pick one. I will say drink White Claws.
Where's Wrestle Rager at? Do we know?
I'm assuming it's at the same place we were just at.
Okay. Well, Ed, White Claws are something you're going to have to buy from the establishment with a markup.
Or you just drink in the parking lot before the show begins.
Well, that's true. But maybe Ed drinks White Claws at his leisure. All right, so there's the caveat. If you have to pay for White Claws at the establishment, do bumps. Because it'll probably be cheaper.
Yeah.
It'll be cheaper to get you where you need to be.
Sure. I mean, I'll probably never say do bumps.
Okay.
Drink your White Claws, Ed. Have fun, man. You deserve fun.
Mm-hmm.
You're a good old guy. Ed's second part. What was your favorite flavor of Bubblicious? The sour apple was my go-to. Cotton candy was great too. Cotton candy.
It was like blue with the pink swirl.
Yeah, 100%.
The watermelon one was really good too.
Yeah, cotton candy.
Cotton candy all the way though.
Yeah, I'm going cotton candy.
Yeah, amen. They still make Bubblicious?
I don't know. I'm definitely going cotton candy.
All right.
All right. Before Japan as well, do you have a Terry memento of the week?
I didn't watch it beforehand, but it's I do have it, so it's here. It's Terry. It's Terry talking about Ric Flair.
There you go.
Because that's what we're doing.
There's Terry.
7 days away, Halloween Havoc in the giant Thunderdome cage. It's all going to happen. It's going to be settled once and for all.
You know, Jim Ross, I don't want to talk to you, nor do I want to talk to you simple-minded people out there. I want to direct this conversation to Gary Hart. I want you to know that under no circumstances do I want you to throw in the towel. Now, we've discussed this in private between you and I. But, Kerry, there could become a situation that it would be a career-threatening injury. And later, I don't want you to come back to me and say, Gary, why didn't you stop the match. So publicly, on tape, I want to pose a couple scenarios to you. If the situation arises that you receive a broken arm, what do I do? Don't throw in the towel. What happens if you separate your shoulder, a neck injury, a knee injury, an ankle injury? Throw in the towel. Publicly, you have cleared me of any responsibility of a career-threatening injury, and I am going to live by this. I will not at any time consider throwing in the towel, but there's one thing that you must consider. Ole Anderson is a cold-blooded individual, and I do not believe that he will throw in the towel. What will you do when the Sting and Flair are rendered unconscious and he still won't throw it in? What will you do? Gary, if that takes place, if Sting and Flair are down, I will continue beating on them, and so will Muta, because Ole Anderson has to live with that. It has to be on his conscience. And I've cleared myself with you and the public, right? Right.
And we made it. After a week off, we're here.
Oh, yeah, we weren't really here last week. Now we're here a lot.
We are.
So, all right, let's get to it.
Right.
Marigold had like their second biggest show so far.
Okay.
Called Summer
Sure
Destiny.
Did. Yes.
I watched a few from this.
Me too.
I watched the Superfly title tournament final. Did you watch that?
I watched a bunch. Oh, sorry, I lost my notes. I watched from Marigold the semifinal.
No, the final.
Oh.
The Superfly title tournament final.
No, I didn't watch that one.
Okay, well, it was Natsumi Shizuki and Misa Matsui. This is like their version of the high speed.
Oh, okay.
Stardom.
All right.
It was very exciting.
Yeah.
Natsumi Shizuki gets the win.
Does it have like a short time limit like the high speed does sometimes?
No.
Okay.
The finish was a little shaky.
Yeah.
But other than that, I thought the falsies in this match were super fucking good.
Okay.
And Natsumi Shizuki is your inaugural Superfly title.
I didn't realize that was a high speed title thing. I would have watched it.
Yeah.
I thought it was
it's like supposed to be like super flyweight.
Yeah.
So,
right. I just thought it was okay, cool.
Not like Superfly, brother.
That's right.
Brother. I watched the semifinal for the United National title.
Yes, this is the first thing I watched.
Miku Aono versus Mirai.
Yes.
Miku Aono gets the W here.
Does.
I thought that, not to sound cliche, thought they left it all in the ring, brother.
Oh.
I think these two have great chemistry, and I could watch them wrestle all the time.
I watch Mirai for Mirai's lariats, and we get them a bunch. I understand that, like, she's gotten into better shape in Marigold. I liked her better when she was a little thicker because the lariat hit a little better.
I agree.
But she still rules.
Yeah.
And Iono has like a bloody mouth like very early in this one.
She caught one.
And then like wins with the bloody mouth. 24 minutes. I like this match. Hard hitting as fuck.
Yeah.
Just like this is the slugging it out match essentially.
They fucking went for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Good shit, pal.
Yeah. Which leads right into Miko Aono.
I don't understand a wrestling world that's fair where you wrestle this match and then immediately have to fight Bozilla.
Has to fight Bozilla for the United National Finals.
With Chono in attendance, with Ulf Herman in attendance, who they didn't show.
No, but he was
I wanted to see Ulf Herman, but they did mention Ulf Herman.
Yeah.
I was like, was that just Chono?
Sure was.
What's happening?
It goes like 10 minutes.
Yes.
And Miko Aono wins.
Yeah.
Beats the Bozilla.
First time Bozilla's been pinned in Marigold.
Yes. So Miko Aono, the inaugural United National Champion.
This was Aono trying to hit the Styles Clash.
Yeah.
Like Bozilla, just too big.
Yep.
But the reversal, reversing the reversal to get out of it was great.
Yeah.
Bozilla tosses the ref and yells at Rossi afterwards.
You better watch your ass, Rossi.
Right. I think if we were booking this shit a couple weeks ago, we would have been like Bozilla all the way.
Yeah, win your
but
belt.
it's cool here to get Bozilla to lose.
Yeah.
And they upgraded Bozilla's outfit a little bit. I don't know if you've noticed.
Bozilla upgraded Bozilla's outfit.
They gave Bozilla them butt straps that are very popular right now in wrestling.
Yep.
To try and Rossi up Bozilla.
That was a
bit.
Rossi call.
Yeah, to try to Rossi up Bozilla a little bit.
Yeah.
And it worked to a point. But I like Bozilla for shit kicking. But Aono, awesome in that first match.
Yeah.
Great here.
To have to, the first match was 25 minutes, so then after we'd go another 10 against Bozilla. Crazy
Where you're
shit.
mostly getting the shit kicked out of you and having to lift the person twice your size.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Io Sky versus
Yes.
Utami Hayashishita.
Yes.
Io's big return to Japan, wrestling for Marigold. Obviously, started in Stardom under Rossi.
Right.
She gets the win.
Yeah.
I felt like this was one of the best women's matches in probably the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I fucking love this.
A lot of hard hitting, a lot of hard bumps.
I have it very intense and hard hitting.
Absolutely. I like this. In the first 3 minutes, Io kicks her in the face for real. It was very cool to see Io back in this situation with Hayashishita. A lot of people hyped this up. It had a very high cage match rating. This is a very good match. I'm not saying it's not at all. But it's not even my favorite women's match this year. But it's very good. There's nothing wrong with it. If anything, they worked a little slow. It felt a little too master student. Hayashishita was a little intimidated having to wrestle Io.
Yeah.
Which works, but also sort of maybe had her foot off the gas a little bit. But still super high quality match. Really, really great stuff.
I just love that
and
Io...
I would love to see Io do this
Io
more.
got to look like Io again.
Yeah.
Busting out moves that she doesn't normally bust out.
Yes, absolutely.
Hitting the tombstone. She was fucking awesome.
She was great.
She was a goddamn
The
star.
Poison Rana from the top.
I love her.
Crazy.
I love her so much. And Hayashishita fucking rocks too. Not taking anything away from her.
I don't know what she calls it, but the razor's edge.
Yeah.
I don't know why you throw somebody that hard down on the mat.
It's amazing.
But you do.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
I did. I
absolutely nothing wrong with this match.
I loved it. I thought I would put this up against most women's matches in the last 10 years.
Okay.
I really would.
All right.
World title match. Sari versus Julia.
Yeah.
So I thought the majority of the match was great.
Yeah.
The ending I thought was clumsy.
I like this match better than the Io match until that fucking ending.
Yeah.
I was so locked into this match. I think Sari is maybe the best women's wrestler right now.
She's up there. Yeah.
She's fucking fantastic. Julia, we know she's leaving. We know all that shit, right? And I was like, I'm hyped for this fucking match is happening, right? The tiger suplex from the top where she chains it together, that was crazy. They both kick each other in the face, so they both have bloody mouths through this whole fucking match. Sari taking off the whole time the commentary's hyping, in the video package before talking about how Julia's wrist is Lex Luger and she's going to use it to win and whatever. And then Sari takes the brace off of it to help stretch her to hurt her more. I loved all that stuff. Head dumps. Great falsies. Sari throws maybe the best Uranagi ever. I fucking loved it. You don't like that Uranagi? It's so good. It's such a head dump. It's awesome.
It's all right.
And then the finish was the definition of meh.
I just said clumsy.
Yeah.
It just looked clumsy.
Yeah. The definition of meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took away from it, I thought.
Yeah, Julia didn't. It absolutely did. Julia didn't tap. The ref called it, but for really no reason. I didn't quite understand
was it
it.
to just protect Julia?
Yeah, they were like,
out,
well, they
I
didn't.
guess?
He didn't want Julia to get rehurt. And I was like, that makes no sense.
That's silly.
That's really dumb. That definitely takes a half a point to a point off of this match.
Yeah,
So
I thought so as well.
But a really solid show from Marigold.
Yeah, man, it was fun. Good production value too, which I
it looked really good.
appreciate.
Yeah, for sure. So a question about Marigold though, really quick. Is their roster big enough to run as many shows as they're running right now?
Yeah, I think
You think
so.
so? You think there's enough variety in that roster to keep everything interesting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're like token token blonde white girls.
Yeah. They said one of them's leaving. One of them's almost wrapped up, though, apparently.
Yeah,
so they stink.
Bring somebody else in.
Right, that's true.
There's plenty of...
we know Julia's leaving.
Yeah, there's plenty of, like, American indie workers you can bring in if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's viable.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, like, watch every show.
Yeah.
I don't watch every Stardom show.
Right,
I don't watch every Tokyo Joshi Pro show.
Yeah.
The big shows like this, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I thought the last two matches were just fucking barn
Yeah, they were both very good. It was a very good card.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I watched a few matches from the New Japan CMLL Fantastica Mania Lucha Libre USA.
Go for it.
Coming to you from a high school gymnasium
Ooh.
that they mocked up very well. Looked big.
All right.
The match was okay here, but Willow Nightingale's the new CMLL World Women's Champion, which, fuck yeah, good for Willow. Anything Willow does,
call.
I love. Hechicero and Virus took on Zack Sabre Jr. and Bad Dude Tito. This was just a match to get to Hechicero, Zack Sabre Jr. too.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Okay.
I don't know where.
Sure.
I feel like it should happen in New Japan.
Didn't after that match, didn't Sabre say, like, let's do it back in Rev Pro or whatever?
Maybe it's supposed to be in Rev Pro.
They made some reference to Sabre Jr., like, you do it on my turf so I can get my win back or something.
But was that for Danielson?
Oh, was that the Danielson one? Maybe it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Either way, this is just to get to that,
sure.
which can't wait for that match. Right. I watched Yoda Tsuji versus El Barbaro Cavanario, who was dressed like Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, he's caveman.
This was very hard hitting. Tsuji wins.
Yeah.
This made me excited for Tsuji and Takeshita night one of the G1.
Nice.
I can't fucking wait to see what they do to each other. Just go for it. God damn it.
Yeah.
And then I also watched for the strong title, Gabe Kidd versus Ultimo Guerrero.
How was that?
I wanted an Ultimo Guerrero redemption.
Okay.
And I got it.
Good.
This is what a strong
Gabe
title
Kidd didn't
match...
just kill him?
No, dude, they just chopped the shit out of each other to start the match. Then they were just open palm, like overhand chopping each other. Yeah. That's exactly what the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Gabe Kidd did win with a low blow. Roll up, which I get like, whatever. But then he calls out for the DC show. He says, I'm going to finally end your career, you little fuck, Leo Rush.
Oh,
so...
like, DC, like, is Leo Rush Gabe Kidd?
Yeah.
How's Leo even going to survive for real?
Leo's going to die.
Yeah. All right, well.
Yeah, he just said, you've been an annoying little fuck, and I'm going to end your career.
All right, well.
Yeah. And also, he gets on the mic and he yells, fuck Lucha Libre.
Right, well.
It's like, dude, Gabe Kidd's a nut.
He is a fucking crazy person.
He's bought into his fucking deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's doing a bunch of McGregor stuff that's been done years prior. Not? But, like, it works, man.
Yeah, McGregor sure as fuck ain't doing it anymore.
Well, oh, my God. Now he's, like, getting involved with that bare knuckles shit.
Is he going to fight?
I don't think he's going to fight, but he's like, this is, like, where the real bad motherfuckers are.
Oh.
I was like, oh, okay, sure, man.
Where the best punch each other?
I guess so, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so G1 starts Saturday.
Yes.
I don't know where you're going to patch in Michelle.
Well, we're right at the beginning.
We're just leaving it there?
Yeah, it's running right in.
Perfect then. That works for me. That begins on Saturday. I'm going to be a nutcase and probably watch the whole thing.
Yeah. That's crazy that you're committing.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I did it last year with a lot less to work with. So I did watch a match from the Sendai Girls show.
Okay, you're a crazy person this week.
It was a rematch for the Wonder of Stardom title, which is the white belt, I think.
Okay.
It was the challenger.
It was a Stardom belt on Sendai Girls.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was the challenger Sairi Inoi versus the champion Mika Iwata.
Okay.
Mika Iwata gets like a 2-week reign with this belt. It's going right back to Stardom. Sairi Inoi wins, but this was fucking brutal. They beat the shit out of each other for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
When I saw the runtime, I go, I got 15 minutes to spare.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very happy. I did kicked each other in the face multiple times. Big fan of that. Sendai Girls, hey, man, they had a lot. I think it was sold out of Kirk. And
yeah, as I said, so a lot of people talking about it.
Good for them, dude.
Yeah, that's cool. There's always room for more wrestling.
So the last promotion. Actually, no. You know what? Tim Taylor had a question.
All right.
Let's go to Tim Taylor.
Is he our last question?
No.
Oh. All right.
And now the Tim Taylor question of the week.
I like that we're making him wait.
Make you sweat it out. All right, the Tim Taylor question of the week.
All right, Timsy.
Tim, I'm sorry if I fell behind on the T1 on Fire Pro. I apologize. It has been very fun to watch, though. He's going to upload on the YouTube.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. As G1 season is upon us, I'm curious as to what your favorite format of the tournament is. If conditions are perfect roster-wise, how would you like to see the tournament be set up? Also, as a two-parter,
two-parters aren't allowed.
if there was any change you could make to the G1, what would you do? Thanks, boys. Love you, even if you don't like me very much, Dooch.
That's unfair. What kind of remark is that, Tim? What have I ever done to you?
Tim, I know you've openly disrespected Dooch.
I welcome you into my home.
If anything, Dooch takes the high road.
I've fed you, whether you appreciated it
even
or
though
not.
You brought your own food
right.
here.
I don't understand the need for that attitude.
I agree. All right, so
and then you have the gall to ask a two-parter.
That's true.
They're not allowed.
Nope.
You didn't ask permission first.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable behavior.
Doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah.
So if conditions are perfect roster-wise, how would you like to see the tournament be set up? Mm-hmm. The way it fucking is this year.
Yeah, right. It's perfect.
You give me
2 blocks only.
2 blocks?
Yeah.
10 a block?
Yep.
I'm even fine with the little semifinal gimmick thing they're running.
Yeah, it's fine.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Get some extra matches.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine with that.
It plays with the winner a little bit. I think ideally I would like straight up A block versus B block winner, and that's that. But I understand the need to create more things. You have a bunch of stars. You're looking to create some more intrigue and possibility for someone who doesn't win a block to get a Cinderella win in the semi or quarterfinals. So I'm fine with that. Ideally, if I had to make a change, I like A block winner versus B block winner. Really make people, because fight it out in a round robin tournament. Because if you're theoretically, let's say you're wrestling through it and you're a match behind the guy ahead, but you're 2 matches ahead of the person behind you. You go, well, I got second place. I'm good. I don't have to fight as hard kind of thing. Uh-huh. I like you program it to be down to the wire. I think the quarter semifinals thing is easier on the bookers.
I agree.
Makes their decisions a little less hard.
Yeah.
But I like 10 guys absolutely having to fucking fight it out for one spot.
I love that they got away from that shit last year.
Yeah.
That 4 block.
It's a disaster.
Too much.
A1 faces D2.
Yeah, it was just
fucking mess.
Too fucking
2
much,
blocks.
Dude. Yeah.
10 people.
10 a block.
I'd even be fine with 8 people to block, honestly.
Yeah, you could do 10. That's fine.
But you do 10 because somebody's got to have real low numbers.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like this. This is a good year for it.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah. And if there was any change you could make, what would you do? Well, you just said take the semifinals out.
I'd take the semifinals out.
I'd probably...
They don't bother me, but I'd take them out.
I think they bumped the time limit up to 30 again this year. I'd probably keep it at 20.
I'd keep it at 20.
Just keep it 20.
Keep it 20, and then the finals get bumped up.
Finals, there's no time.
30.
I would do no time limit.
No, well, I would do
semifinals. You mean?
Quarterfinals, semifinals. I do 30, and then
finals
no time limit because you have to have a winner.
Of course.
Or you could do 60 and then extra run time, but no time limit on the finals. Yeah.
I think that's smart because 30 sometimes can be a slog.
Sure
dude.
is.
I mean, we just talked about AEW with a 60-minute.
Right, if you do 30-minute time limit, go 10. That's still fine.
Yeah.
But
when it creeps up to that 20, 25,
it's tough.
It gets a little tough depending on the matchup. Now, when you're doing what they did on Dynamite, go an hour. I don't give a fuck.
Any match over 20 minutes that isn't creeping or already past 4 stars is almost never worth my time.
Yeah, it's tough. Like those old... People talk about the old Triple H when he tried to have these epic main events at Mania towards the end. They were fucking terrible.
Right, yeah.
Him, Roman sucked. Him, Batista sucked.
Like you said, when you saw that Sendai Girls match, right? You were like, it's 15 minutes. Who doesn't have 15 minutes? Perfectly fine, right? All those TV title matches with Sabre. Perfect. Because
10 minutes.
I'd watch them anyway because they were short time, 10-15 minute time limit. That's fine. And that's right. A 3-star match is 15 minutes. I'm going to enjoy the shit out of, right? Yeah. A 2-star match is 15 minutes. We're like, all right, it's 15 minutes. Who cares? You get a 3-star match that goes 20-25. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Cody Rhodes should never be allowed to have a 25-minute match.
True. That's very true. Tim, thank you very much. Love you, babe. So the last promotion.
What did I do to hurt you? Sorry.
I don't know, man. You guys have a thing.
So the last thing.
It's his issue. The last promotion.
Was that both his questions?
It was,
okay.
So the last promotion is Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yes.
They ran their Destination 2024 show. But during the show, we'll talk about it right now,
Ooh.
they announced the N1 lineup.
They did?
Running August 4th through September 1st.
Wow. So this is going to butt up right with the G1.
But if you remember, there's some nights of the N1 where it's just like, I ain't watching shit.
Oh, yeah.
So there's 2 blocks.
Yeah.
We have A block, which will be Kaito Kiyomiya, Go Shiozaki, who is right now the 0-1 World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Masakita Miya, Rohei Oiwa, Louise Monte, Jack Morris, Josh Briggs.
Oh, Jesus.
That's right. NXT's own Josh Briggs.
Right.
And Dragon Bane.
Okay.
And then the B block is going to feature Kenoa, the GHC National Champion Yuka Sasaki, Yoshiki Inamura, Manabu Soya, El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr.
He's not called Inamura anymore. He's called Yochi or whatever.
Whatever the fuck. I don't know. That's just what it has listed
Okay.
here. Titus Alexander, NXT's Tavion
Who the
Heights.
fuck's Titus Alexander?
Um,
Sounds familiar.
I
But
think he's worked some indies.
okay.
Tavion Heights and Alpha Wolf.
Yes.
So Ed, I know you're going to be interested in that one. I know you're ready.
Sure.
I mean, I'll fill out a fucking bracket.
I'll draft. I'll make a bracket.
Why the fuck not?
Whatever.
That's-
I'm
there
not
you
giving
go.
away a prize for that.
Uh,
That's bragging rights.
I might get you a prize. We'll see. So Noah,
Yes.
I watched 1, 2, 3, 4 matches from this.
I watched 3 matches from this.
All right. So I watched for the junior, and these are the last 4 matches on the show.
Okay.
I watched the junior heavyweight title match.
Uh-huh.
The champion Daga versus the challenger Amakusa.
I did not watch this.
Oh, brother. Daga worked this fucking knee of Amakusa so well.
Nice.
Like, this was like Flair working Steamboat's knee.
Oh.
It was like, he legit was
Fancy.
working it great.
Okay.
I loved, because at the end, it really felt like Daga was going to win, and Amakusa, boom, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, that's awesome. So, Amakusa, your new junior heavyweight champion. This was Daga's 9th defense of the
That's
title.
great. There's a lot of defenses
That's
for
a lot.
Japan.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
I thought the match was awesome.
Yeah.
Fun junior heavyweight match.
That's cool.
Next match I watched.
I never think of Noah's juniors to, like, give a bother to, really.
Yeah, man, their junior division's still pretty
Yeah.
good. Next one was a lucha tag feature.
Okay.
El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. With his brother Galeno Del Mal going up against the team of Alpha Wolf and Dragon Bane.
I watched this one.
Galeno Del Mal, the star of the fucking show.
The weirdest thing is commentary kept saying, like, oh, the debut of Galena Del Mal. I'm like, no, it's not.
I think they were saying in
As a tag
Noah,
team.
because I don't think he's worked Noah before.
Where do you watch him before?
I've watched him in Gleet.
Okay.
I watched him in GCW.
Oh, okay.
He was in All Japan. He was in the Tag League.
Oh, maybe that's what. Because I know we talked about him before.
And then he was on like one of those like Mark Hitchcock shows.
Oh, okay. I know because you talked about him before.
Oh yeah.
And so I was like, Brett talked about him. He's been in Noah before. Maybe
No,
they just mean
this
tagging
was
up with
his-
his
this was
brother.
his Noah debut.
That's amazing. Keep coming back, brother.
He's 20.
Yeah, 22. And he's also like 300 fucking pounds.
And he moves like a goddamn junior heavyweight.
Insane. Yeah. So this is brother versus brother.
I love it, dude.
Third generation versus second generation wrestlers.
It made me so happy.
Lucha Rules that goes 13 minutes. Sub 14 minutes.
Non-stop pace.
Really great crowd pleasing big boy lucha libre, because Alpha Wolf and Dragon Bane also not small people.
No, they are not.
But
Dr. Wagner also not a small
yes.
man.
But I will tell you the highlight of this match for me, maybe for you, is the fact that I don't remember which one it was, but either Alpha Wolf or Dragon Bane decided they were willing to take a Galeno Del Mal
Dude,
big splash
what the
to the
fuck?
floor from the ring.
When he went,
it was Bane. It was because it was to keep
Dude.
Dragon Bane out of the ring for the finish.
when he went running on the apron, I go, "What is he doing?" And he just leaps with
big
this
dude.
super fly fucking splash.
Look up
to
a picture
the
of him.
floor.
He's fucking insane.
Even the crowd, like,
Yeah.
was just like, "Oh!"
And he's doing kip ups and like dives and all the lucha
Doing
spots,
planches and shit. Like,
insane.
he's the man. I love it.
That tag team fucking rules.
Whoever has the tag straps of Noah right now, I don't know.
Yeah,
Just give them to them.
Just
Give them to them.
swallow them up. They fucking rule.
Galeno Del Mar needs to be on national television.
And their team was like called like Sons of Wagner or whatever. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm terrified.
Galeno Del Mar means evil doctor. You know that?
No, I didn't.
That's what it means.
That fucking rules.
Yeah.
I'm terrified when Triple H gets his eyes on him.
Oh yeah, that big, doing those things
At 22 years old.
Come on. And you know they got the working relationship with Noah, so put Galeno in NXT. Galeno Del Mar versus Sean Spears. Sign it.
Yeah, Galeno Del Mar versus Ethan Page.
Yeah.
Cool. Speaking of the working relationship with WWE.
Yeah.
AJ Styles versus Naomichi Marufuji. I thought this was awesome. It felt big to me.
Absolutely.
I love Noah's presentation. Mm-hmm. I think they do a great job with the entrances, the camera work, all of that. AJ Styles is still goddamn amazing. I know we just talked about him before, but dude, he is first of all, the brother's chicken and rice
ridiculous shape, right? For both of these guys look fantastic for being in their mid to late 40s. Yeah. I think Marufuji's 44.
He's 44, AJ's
47.
And like they could out wrestle dudes that are way younger than them.
10 years ago, I think this is the dream match.
I agree.
And now it's still fucking cool.
Yeah.
At 3/4 speed, maybe. Listen, AJ slowed down because of the weight he's carrying. I'm not, and at 47 years old, like, you know what I mean? Like, 10 years ago when these dudes were still 100%, like, cause they're not at their prime. That's,
If you're right, if this was 10 years ago.
It's insane. It's crazy, crazier than crazy.
Yeah.
Instead, it's just crazy and really good. Shucks, it's just fucking great.
Yeah. Oh, darn.
Instead of it being like this generational match that everybody talks about, it's just really great. Just cool as shit. And again, watch this match and then realize that everybody has stolen from both of these guys liberally.
These dudes' influence on wrestling,
it's insane. And shockingly, like, Marufuji sort of gets forgotten. It's a weird time. His history is super weird because he's the last student of Baba. He leaves with Misawa, but he's not really established. He gets established in Noah, but nobody was allowed to be established in Noah until Misawa. Like, Marufuji's fucking great and is treated and respected as a legend, but also like has this weird career where he's sort of flown under the radar, except for marks like us.
I think Kenta had the bigger impact.
Okay.
Than Marufuji did.
Like on the US?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Look at Daniels with the recycling knee, Punk go to sleep. I mean, everybody says, oh, Kenta now, and a lot of the wrestlers go, you don't understand. When Kenta in his prime, that was a bad motherfucker.
Right. Absolutely. But if you think, like, how big of a wrestling move Sliced Bread number 2 was in Ring of Honor.
Oh, for sure. Well, it's fake.
And it's Marufuji's.
Yeah, it's Marufuji. Not taking anything away from Marufuji at all.
But, like, it's just interesting to see that, like, Kenta, you're absolutely right in that. Like, Kenta did get more of the, like, people were more willing to give Kenta credit for the things they stole.
Yeah.
And it was easier to steal from Marufuji because nobody was talking about it.
Did Marufuji ever work Ring of Honor?
I don't know. It's possible.
Kenta did.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if Marufuji
It's possible.
ever did.
I don't see why he wouldn't. He's probably on those shows with.
That's why you would think Marufuji Ring of Honor. I feel like maybe he worked Danielson for some reason. He worked there a couple times.
Yeah, there's
Danielson Marufuji. There you go. Perfect.
It goes about Danielson, Samoa Joe versus Kenta and Marufuji.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, so he worked a couple times.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But again, it was like, I do feel, but Kenta got like the more recognition, but Marufuji's a fucking legend, dude.
Right. Absolutely.
And then I did watch the main event for
Me too.
GHC heavyweight title, Kaito Kiyomiya versus Yoichi.
So excited because I was a big Inamura guy.
Yoichi.
And they sent him on a excursion in his 30s.
Yeah, what was it, like a 3-week excursion it felt like?
Super weird.
Weird.
But he looks real good.
Yeah.
He got big. He got rid of some of his dumb gear. He's got a weird haircut.
It's a very weird haircut.
But he looks like jacked up. And it's against Kaito Kiyomiya, who is Kaito Kiyomiya.
So I thought the match did its job.
I liked it.
Making Yoichi look like a legit threat.
And a lot of talks of him becoming Kiyomiya's rival.
Yeah, and making Kaido look like, oh yeah, he's like the guy, you know,
for sure.
So I thought the closing stretch of this, the last 5 minutes was really fucking good.
Yeah.
Until Kiyomiya hit like 4 Shining Wizards.
I hate a Shining Wizard, dude. I hate it.
Yeah, he doesn't throw a great one.
No, I fucking hate it.
Sonata throws a much better
It takes me out of the match.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it. I hate his modified one more than anything.
Yeah.
And he
where it grabs the hand.
Yeah. But they said like, oh, a top rope Shining Wizard. Like, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like it's not. You can't change a move that much and still call it a fucking Shining Wizard.
Yeah.
And like I understand that they're saying that Muto is his mentor, and he even does the Muto pose now and all that.
Yeah.
His Shining Wizard fucking sucks. Yeah. So every time he does it, I'm like, fuck you, you don't do it good enough.
Do a moonsault instead.
Right, do something cool. Come up with your own something else. Steal bits and pieces. Like, listen, here's the thing. I don't know if you know this or not, but Keiji Muto maybe kind of sort of did other fucking moves. Yeah. And kind of maybe sort of has a long-ass career you can steal a bunch of shit from, right?
If that's what the goal is.
Do the flashing elbow if you want to be his... If you want to make it through that you're, you know...
Start doing the figure 4 again. Right. He was doing it for a little bit. Do it again.
The Shining Wizard is something that Muto invented when his body was failing. Yeah. It got super over, and then that Japanese spammed to death.
Yeah.
Right? Even Muto spammed it to death.
Yeah, of course.
So, like, stop.
Yeah. Like,
because...
Yeah.
You have to do it 4 times to beat anybody.
Yeah. So
it's not protected anymore. It wasn't really protected when Muto did it. He hit Quado with it 19 fucking times.
He sure did.
But, find other things that Muto did. Because when you look at the expanse of his entire career, the Shining Wizard is one of the least interesting things he ever did.
At the end.
In ring, really.
Yeah.
Like, do the flashing elbow, do the figure 4, do the sweet-ass moonsault a little bit. Find some of that shit, man.
Yeah.
Because the Shining Wizard ain't it for me coming out of Kiyomiya. If Muto got in the ring and did a Shining Wizard, I'm going to pop fucking huge for it. But it just doesn't work for me for him.
Doesn't work for you, brother?
It doesn't work for me, brother.
No, I do agree with that 100%.
Really good match up until his Shining Wizard. I fucking hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, I really like, you're right. I really like the match up until he just ran the shit out of it.
Yeah, because like Yoshi's so much bigger than him. So he's like tossing him around a little bit. It's this conquering giant sort of thing coming back. New character, new look. Like finally sort of everything for Inamura seems to look like it's for Yoichi kind of coming together a little bit. Like a threat, and then I was like, I got this shiny kid. I don't fucking need it.
I agree with that.
Get out of here.
I would tell you, man, the last 4 matches though,
it was still a really solid card.
The most I've been interested in a long time from them.
Having a bad Shining Wizard is a nitpick, honestly, but that's, we have a wrestling podcast. What are we going to do if not nitpick?
That's true.
I'm going to go give it a -2 rating on Cage Match, though, just so everybody knows how I feel about it.
I'm going to throw up. What were your favorite matches?
Favorite matches. Well, because you
in
showed
the
it
States
to me.
and international.
Well, do you want to go first so I don't steal your thunder on what your favorite American match is?
I mean,
because it's the same. I don't want to steal your thunder because I didn't watch it, and then you were like, all right, well, my favorite American match is Alex Shelley versus Chris Sabin from, I don't know, Prestige, Defy, whatever.
Prestige, Combat Clash,
There you go. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
And my favorite match from Japan, while there may be better worked matches, nothing is cooler than watching Galeno Del Mal do that splash off the apron. So that tag match had me fucking rocking and rolling.
It is jaw-dropping.
It is awesome. Had me rocking and rolling.
Yeah, my American match, Chris Sabin versus Alex Shelley from Prestige. I will follow those guys forever, man. They're just the best. And from Japan, Io Sky versus Utami Hayashida.
Both women's matches on the top of that Miracle card are better than the Lucha Tag match. But the visual
it's your favorite,
of a giant man splashing is something
and the whole
insane.
crowd just in awe when it happened.
Just like,
you know what it reminded me of, honestly? When Jonah, Bronson Reed, when he hit the splash on Okada and pinned him.
Yeah.
And that
remember when he beat Okada and then he left?
And that crowd was just like in a hush.
Remember when he had the blank check and he left?
And then he left.
And now he's like the third guy named Braun on WWE TV every week.
Sure is.
Yeah.
Well, that leads to the final question.
Oh, who gave us a question?
No, you don't have to, you don't have to play anything. Okay. I'm going to play something.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know if my volume's up.
Uh-oh. Unprecedented behavior here.
Take a bump.
bump. Flat back.
So there's nuts coming out.
Just for further notice, one of your nuts is hanging out of your shorts. You got a big hole. It's the difference between that bump and that bump. What's the difference?
Intensity.
What do we do in the ring? From the time we walk
I'm so confused.
through the curtain to the time we walk back through the curtain, we tell a story. But we don't tell it with words, we tell it with our bodies. It's good. Good snap. Hit me one time. See the difference in how fast I snap once you begin. React to this. If I hit you, good snap. Good.
What's going on? I'm so confused. What did Marcus cook up for this?
You still like that in the ring? I'd tag you for real. Take a bump.
Okay.
So, friend of my life, friend of the show, Marcus asked, my question of the week, is this the best thing Triple H ever did?
Is it the best what Triple H ever
The best
did?
thing Triple
Oh, yeah,
H
100%.
Absolutely.
Well,
It's-
Stephanie.
It's so quotable.
Yeah.
Just one of your nuts is hanging out of your shorts.
Yeah. The funniest thing about it is that he acts like he's real cool.
Yeah.
And he's so not.
Dude, I'm mad that they don't have the second part of that. Where
Yeah.
he's in there, where he's dead serious. He's like, this is my fucking business.
Right.
You don't like it, get the fuck out.
So,
like, oh.
Like, the funny thing about that, too,
I guess
is...
Tough Enough's on Peacock now.
Oh, yeah? The funniest thing about that, though, too, is that Triple H never bumped that hard in a fucking match in his life.
Oh, it was a good snap.
Yeah, good snap. See how faster I am than fuck
Yeah.
you, Triple H, you piece of shit.
Good snap.
You know what I was thinking about, thinking about this? Marcus, the answer is yes. And I know,
when he said that, I go, spoiler, yes.
and I know that it's a long show here, but I was thinking, because I watched the Steve Austin biography. It popped up on the TV. I don't know if it was new or whatever. I didn't watch the Miz one.
Yeah, fuck that.
And they were talking about the Austin winning King of the Ring when it was supposed to be Hunter. And like they talked about it, and Hunter's like, yeah, I was told it was me. We had all this stuff, and the current call happened and whatever. So Steve Austin, conceivably, only became the biggest wrestling star maybe in the history of the business because 3 guys had Triple H around as their lackey.
Essentially, yes.
Right? Like, if those guys aren't like, let's get this loser to ride with us.
See, though, they said they love terrorizing.
Sure, right, exactly. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, if they weren't like, yeah, this guy's going to come with us and feed us beers while we're on the road, and then they don't do the curtain call, Austin stays the ringmaster and leaves, right? Like, never
you would imagine,
breaks
right?
through.
You would imagine.
Maybe he finds a way, because who knows, maybe talent that good, because Austin was always really good.
Of course.
Finds a way. But, like, if the curtain call doesn't happen, and Hunter being the only dude who gets punished for it, Stone Cold never happens.
Yeah, I mean, it sets off that chain of events.
Right?
You know?
Like, maybe we still get Chili McFreeze.
Yes.
Maybe we get Ice
Was it
Dagger.
Lloyd Frost or some shit like that.
Maybe Ice Dagger, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, Ice Dagger.
But, like...
Oh, no, sorry, I'm thinking of Lloyd Bonaire.
Lloyd Bonaire, yes. Lloyd
my
Bonaire.
favorite
Lloyd Bonaire
wrestler
should
of
have
all time.
happened. Other than Hardwood Rich Mahogany.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's super weird to be like, you know what? Yeah, if Triple H wasn't the lowest man on the totem pole in the clique, Stone Cold never happens. It's a weird thing to think about, like, in the timeline of wrestling that, like, because Hunter's not cutting that fucking promo when he's King of the Ring. Like, that's just going to be, all right, Hunter's, oh, look at that. Hunter and Billy Gunn were both King of the Ring. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
Because Hunter still recovers, becomes a bigger star.
Yeah, of course.
But you potentially don't have Steve Austin.
It is a wild thing to think about.
It's weird. So
Goddamn.
here's what I'm really trying to say is thank you, Kevin Nash, for giving us Steve
Well,
Austin.
I mean, I thank Kevin Nash for pretty much everything.
So
Kevin Nash rules still. Did you buy anything?
did I buy anything? I bought a She-Hulk figure because you bought a She-Hulk figure and I gave you money for it.
Yes.
And then I gave it to Michelle. She didn't open. Who leaves a fucking action figure on card? What kind of weird bullshit is that? I bought into a couple card breaks and hit a Jimmy Jam Garvin autograph, which I'm excited to get. It's currently floating through Philadelphia as we speak.
That's so fucking crazy.
I don't think my other one shipped yet. So shout out. I'm gonna say it right here to the public. Shout out MMA Shark on Whatnot.
Yes.
Actually, like, incredibly, like, I'm not bullshitting, like, incredibly fast shipping, fun show, hit me on the Jimmy Jam, and then I bought another one and got a Terry Funk 5 of 5 and a Dove 75, I think, so, and that might be it.
I will shamelessly plug, yes, as you mentioned, MMA Shark,
right.
that is my family, my brother-in-law.
Yes.
I've been helping him with the WWE
Uncle
card
Brett does
breaks.
the shows.
Yeah, Uncle Brett does the shows. Uncle Brett, don't get on camera and rip after that one time. That was too much for people. But yeah, we do WWE cards and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Monday's our next show on Whatnot. So I don't know if that's your jam.
Yeah.
Hey, swing through. Hit me up for a brother deal because you will get a brother deal. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
But no,
Speaking of, my Terry's shipped today, so there you go.
perfect. I've been having fun doing it with my brother-in-law, so it's been a good time.
Even if you're not into buying cards, and I'm not plugging him because he like paid us money or anything. I mean, he could, but
no free ads.
even if you're not like a card guy, which I wasn't, but Terry Funk will be a thing because you gift me the Terry Funk spots. But
I told him, I go, as soon as you put it up for Monday, I go, just let me know. I just spot.
But they're fun.
They're fun,
and
man.
the cards are really cool. So
Cards
like,
are gorgeous.
even if you're not in, because like I'm not going to drop the money that some of these people are dropping on things. But like to see, like I watched a guy pull a 1-of-1 Dude Love autograph.
Yeah.
Like that's just crazy to see. The cards are really nice.
Yeah, it's a great product.
Yeah, really well designed, really cool product.
Yeah.
So when I hit I haven't not hit on a single show that I've bought into. So
see?
One of them we didn't mention, maybe because they're a secret, but yeah, it's just fun to see these cards get pulled. They're like a 1-of-1
Yeah, man,
and shit. It's wild.
It's a lot of fun. It's just, if you're a wrestling fan, I don't know. Chat's always cool.
Yeah.
We try to make it fun.
Right.
My brother-in-law is a fucking hustler.
He sure is.
He had to be in Strasbourg or Bloomsburg at 7:30 the next morning.
Yeah.
Got home at like 2:00. Nicole was packing all the shit. He had to be back at the post office for 4:00 to get it all shit.
It's crazy.
He works his
crazy,
fucking
man.
ass off, man.
And I saw people like you're paying like that dude. Like I saw the Cactus Jack, the Dude Love card. Dude bought the spot for like $40 and hit a $1,500 card.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I'll have to show you something he did tonight. It was a UFC.
Oh, yeah.
He pulled a $5,000 card.
Jesus Christ. Craziness.
Did I buy anything? Oh, I bought EA Sports College Football.
Yeah.
Which I didn't buy the early access because I didn't give EA extra money.
That's right.
Fuck that.
That's right.
I don't believe in that shit.
Don't reward bad
I waited
behavior.
11 years. I can wait 3 more fucking days. When I go home, it's already downloaded, ready to go.
Nice.
So I'll be up all night.
Nice.
Nah, probably not. We'll see.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Do you just like Penn State it out, or what do you do?
I'll Penn State it out. I'll probably run a couple different franchises.
Yeah.
They're dynasties. We'll see how it goes. I rip. And then did I buy anything else? Oh, I bought pre-ordered the X-Men Legends Dark Phoenix.
Nice.
Because it's fucking
great
gorgeous.
figure.
I would not have ordered it if I didn't have an Amazon credit. An Amazon credit that brought it way
It's
down.
a really great looking figure.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
I wanted that, and I think that's it. I didn't buy anything else, not that I could think of.
You bought a Danhausen shirt.
Oh yes, I bought a Danhausen shirt.
Yeah.
Thank you, Phil, for
There
friend
it
of
is.
mine.
There it is.
Danhausen was a good old brother.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's
I
all
gotta do
got.
the plugs, huh? All right. This has been We Need Wrestling. Again, fill your G1 brackets. You got very limited time. Email them to WeNeedWrestling@gmail.com or social media at We Need Wrestling, Facebook,
Text.
Twitter, Instagram. Text if you have one of our
Pigeon.
numbers.
Send a raven.
There you go. It could be a pigeon also. It could be a cheaper bird, I guess.
Yeah, but they used to send ravens in Game of Thrones.
God.
Yes, the dragon's really good.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
There's dragon fights that fucking.
You know,
so
it was
much.
really good for a long time too. Game of Thrones.
Sure
that
was.
What happened.
Hey, I'm along for the ride for House of Dragon.
All right.
That won't be
WeNeedWrestling.com.
I'm going to let down in my life.
That's true. Proud member of the soon-to-be-named network at STBN Network on Twitter, social media, wherever. Soon-to-be-named network.tumblr.com for all the other shows, including Final Wrestling Place, who was out this week.
Yes.
Which helped me get caught up on other podcasts, but that's fine. Tim doesn't have the initiative. That's fine. Longbox Heroes After Dark. At Odds with Wrestling to hear probably more of our trip to Ohio.
Shout out to the infrastructure.
Yeah, shout out to the infrastructure. That's certainly going to not go away.
I'm so happy.
Puzzle Warriors 3, man. Profane Argument, the Hayabusa, Wings on Wings. We're back and better than ever. Is that it? I think that's it. We can get the hell out of here, right? It's late.
It is. And college football.
Yeah.
I take Penn State to the promised land. Does
that mean like you're gonna fuck them?
I don't think we should throw anything with Penn State and fucking out there.
Okay.
By their track record.
I don't know what the promised land means. Is that what they call it? Do they call the championship that?
No.
Oh.
Just a saying, TJ.
Oh. Is the Rose Bowl still the big thing?
That's one of the big things.
Can you do me a favor and win the Rose Bowl with Penn State?
Penn State won the Rose Bowl like 2 years ago.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
All right, avenged.
Yeah.
Kerry Collins has been avenged.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Oh, yeah.